Heading live.
And we're live. Hello and welcome to the next episode of Art of the Roll.
So we lost somebody.
Who did we lose?
Oh, we lost Fitz. It's okay. He's the weak link anyway. Wow. Now we got the dream team, and we can move forward with the adventure.
Are you saying my hair has replaced Mike?
Not replaced. I just think he's objectively bad. Hey, Mike, how you doing? We weren't talking about you while you vanished for a few seconds.
Your video was frozen with a very intense look. But I thought you were actually upset
me going, oh my god, am I about to freeze? What is happening?
Yes.
Oh man.
So, real quick, we get all our music from Tabletop RPG Music on Patreon. You're hearing it right now. This is actually not the new song he just put out. That's not either. This one is a new song he just put out, so that's fun. As always, check out our Discord. It's in all the descriptions in our link tree, and I'll put up our link tree real quick right here. Yay! As always, check out Bloody Baxters. It's still being it's going to competitions now, right? Contests now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's going to its first film festival a week from Saturday. Myself and Fitz will be there. We'd like to invite Amalia to join us as well. If you want to come join us for Shock Stock, it's like
This is your official invitation.
And you can show up in Fig. I think Fitz is going to be in costume as well. I'm going to be wearing the Greyhide costume, which is basically my street clothes.
Wait, are you guys only there Saturday or all weekend?
It's just Saturday. It'll probably be. I'm pretty much going to spend the day there. I'll show up around like 2:00 and watch, just see the exhibits, and I'll probably leave around 9:00. But yeah.
Probably about the same.
I could, if you want to. Anyway, we can talk about it later. But you're more than welcome.
Yeah, I would love to. But later.
We'll talk about it later.
Nice. Yeah. So also,
as previously discussed, this is the.
Go ahead.
Just gonna say, this is the film festival where in the past I have been flailed by a team of leather-wearing horror lovers that held me down and spanked me. So
you got to be more specific. I'm sure this has happened at a lot of festivals and just Thursday nights for you. Or Wednesday nights.
Well, I mean, yeah, Thursday nights.
To be flailed by horror lovers wearing leather, that's a common occurrence, I'm sure. But but it could happen again. It could happen again at Shock Stock. So. It's what?
Mm-hmm. It's sensual. It was a sensual flailing.
Now that we've got that out of the way, also check out Snowblind. I don't have a link, so ask Fitz or Mike for that link if you want to get involved in that. But I don't know how that's doing. But check it out. It's getting crowdfunded for just the end effects, right? It's all videoed and everything's golden there.
It's all filmed. The movie is almost finished. We actually have a exclusive screening in Kitchener. We've invited some of you to on June 18th or 6th, something like that. So next week, I'll have a link for that in the chat.
In Kitchener!
In Kitchener, land of the brave.
I'd also like to say happy birthday to Cleege, one of our people. He's the one who did the play testing for. With the
Happy birthday, Cleege!
Yes.
Happy birthday. I don't know if he's in chat right now, but
and yes.
Maybe he'll see it eventually.
How old are you, Cleege?
Check him out at Chaos Tabletop, probably.com. You can just Google it. He does stuff. And lastly,
oh, there he is. Happy birthday.
It's a
well, thank you.
Just as a reminder, Frodo did actually lose his foot due to diabetes because all he had was that damn limpness bread. And if he had only had something that the elves could make that had no meat in it but would still give him protein, if only Frodo had that and Sam, they would have led a better life. I'm just saying.
What could it be? What could they have eaten though?
Well, Emmy
some
ramen.
Sort of plant-based, protein-rich.
That's right. If you go,
and something that would
But
taste
delicious.
great
It
too.
needs to be
Imagine if it was delicious.
savory.
right, all they need is some
Yeah.
water. They could get it from the dead people pond or whatever it was.
I know.
And get water.
I know what he should have had. He should have had Imi eats ramen.
Make sure
Yes.
you do it.
Right.
Yes. Just
Solves
put it
all
on
the
a grill
problems.
with some
Eats
Tabasco
ramen?
sauce. Oh no, that was Kentucky. Never mind. Yes. So if you go to shop. It's on the screen. /Art of the Roll. You can put in the coupon code Art of the Roll, just like that. You get $5 off of your order, and it helps out us. And it's good for diabetics because it's literally the reason the guy made it in the first place was for his father, who was a diabetic. Or grandfather, I forget.
Oh, that's really
So-
neat.
Also
Now we can
Amazon.
enjoy ramen.
Guys,
That's
don't
amazing.
forget Amazon.
Yes. And if you are an Amazon Prime member, remember you can subscribe to one Twitch channel for free. It'd be awesome if you do that here, but if not here, do it somewhere because it's otherwise it's just money Amazon keeps. So
Otherwise, it just goes
have
to
enough.
Jeff Bezos and yeah,
He's
And then
already
it's
got
just,
space.
spaceship. So
it's just a penis going into space.
he
You
is
don't,
literally
you don't give
like-
to our stream. It's just a penis.
Oh, that should be our intro video some one of these days. But until then, this is
Oh,
our intro
man.
video. And boom.
Very nice.
Very nice. So last time, on Art of the Roll, we started out at Troll Skull Manor, the last episode. The first thing that happened was Fitz went and stole the stone back from Alpha/Fig, and decided to keep it for a while, and had some conversations with it. But meanwhile, the rest of the party got together, went to the Yawning Portal, and met the contact that they were going to meet there to go find the Pool of Disenchantment. This Pool of Disenchantment was going to be used for Greyhide's Gauntlet to... Oh, thank you for following. Biggs Nasty.
Big nasty.
He's going to use the Pool of Disenchantment to remove the corruption from the gauntlet he
Pete.
got from the Order of the Gauntlet, and hopefully get his powers back in some way or fashion. They found the contact, a gnome named a halfling named Umbernt, and they found a dwarf named Ingvar, played by Maher over there, our guest. There, in order to compose
wants
his
to write a
epic,
song about us.
Yes, his epic to be translated into interpretive dance later. They went down into the Undermountain to have a quest about it. In there, I think Fitz did ask the stone two things, used two of its uses. Which I think is the first time you've ever used two uses in one day, so you know it at least has two. You found out that
Right.
the stone could affect Felric, sorry. And also it could...
Pool. Yes.
The pool, yes. The pool could affect Felric, and it could also... What else did you ask it? Actually, don't
I
remember.
asked if it could
was the big one.
remove a Geesh spell like off of Alpha, and I found
Yes, and
out
it
that
said
it
no.
would if it would if we brought the Red Wizard down there and shoved him in with
Yes.
her, but we didn't have him with us, so
You didn't have a spare red wizard, right.
right.
So,
If only.
unfortunate. So, yeah, so you eventually navigated your way around with some difficulty, but found the entry to this pool of disenchantment. There you got through a trap, through some innovative means, using a good old-fashioned stick a door up with a statue, and you continued on into the final room with the pool of disenchantment, where you found this creature of sorts, made of bugs, beetles, and scorpions, who was shoving what seemed to be a pixie into the pool of disenchantment, torturing it. From there,
Maybe
a
he's
battle.
friendly. No.
Yeah, maybe he's friendly. From there, a battle broke out, and you were fighting it for a while. It kept healing itself from more bugs entering the room, but eventually Fitz pulled it into the pool of disenchantment with his Hager's Blast, which seemed to just completely obliterate the creature.
Yes.
We ended it with Greyhide hearing 4 voices. Those 4 voices beckoning him to enter the pool. One sounded like perhaps behind a helmet, saying, "Enter the pool," however it sounds behind a helmet. Another, a bit more charismatic, "Enter the pool." Another, kind of how you'd imagine yourself, how Greyhide would probably imagine himself in his head, you know, epic and heroic, "Enter the pool." And one more, feminine, interested sounding, "Enter the pool."
Well, I'll just answer the voices and I'll say, "What will happen if I enter the pool?"
Are you saying that part out loud?
Yes. What will happen if I enter the pool?
You just hear some heavy
spooky
metal
voices?
music start playing. No,
That's what happens.
No.
What's that,
You hear in
Greyhide?
your head.
Are you alright?
You hear in your head, "Are you talking to me?" the axe says.
No, I'm not, and I'll make this known to everyone around me. I'm hearing some strange voices beckoning me from the pool, inviting me to get in, and it's very strange and alluring, and it's inviting almost, but I'm cautious. I don't think I'll tell Azure's Edge. No, I wasn't talking to you. I'm hearing voices from the pool, but
What do they sound like?
they sound like a variety of voices. One of them is a woman, one of them sounds kind of like me, and the other two just sound very official and inviting. I don't know.
I would take out my paper and ink and start taking notes, leaning into Fig. Is this normal? Does he usually speak to people who aren't there?
Well, I'm going to ignore the voices for now because they don't seem to be replying to me, and I think it's time to prepare and put the gauntlet and disenchant this thing.
All right, what do you grab first?
Well, the gauntlet and the orb are both in a bag.
Yes,
correct?
They're both in your pack right now.
Okay, so
Right.
I want to. Would I have put anything? Is there anything else in the bag? Can I just empty the 2 things into it, or will other things fall? I didn't think this far ahead, but
I mean, you
I
can
would
take
like
your pack and kind of just spray it out on the floor next to there. It's not going to hurt anything.
yeah. So I would just I would do that, and then
Okay.
just empty things out so that the 2 dangerous items are next to the pool,
Okay.
and then get prepared to. I am going to. Well,
Wait, Greyhide.
guys, I think I'm going to. Does anyone have a stick or something, or maybe I could use Azure Edge to push this into the pool?
Do you know, Greyhide?
The
I
gauntlet.
think that maybe part of this is supposed to be you touching the glove, but why don't you take off all of your clothing and then put on the glove, and then if something goes wrong, we'll just push you in. What do you think?
That's your answer to everything, Fitz. You're always trying. I'm kidding. I think that's a good
you're
idea.
not wrong, but
Before this adventure started, I want everyone to know that Greyhide did put on his paladin speedo so that he would have the appropriate amount of modesty, but to also give a little bit of eye candy to the rest of the party.
Just asking for a friend, what does a paladin speedo look like?
Why don't you wait there
You're
for
about
just
to
a moment
find
and you'll
out.
find out. Do we have any sort of paladin, paladin striptease music? I don't know if tabletop games. Hey, I guess tabletop games does have that. So anyway, I'll just get down to my paladin speedo.
I put down my paper, take out my loot, and accompany him.
beautiful.
I'm like, what the heck? Can I take out the flute out of my backpack and accompany them too?
While
You're
this
gonna
is
play
happening,
some music? Okay. Lute and a flute.
I'm gonna sneak over to the pixie while this is happening and just check on it and poke it and see if it's... Is the pixie doing alright? I feel really bad because I burned it earlier. Hello? Hello, are you...
The pixie seems to be recovering. You go up to it. Do I have a voice for this? No, not really. You go up to it and you kind of check on it. It rolls around on its back. You see the wing kind of flap out and straighten. And it says, "Who are you?"
Oh, we're just friends. We're just adventurers. We're adventurers, right, guys? We're here to help. We're
Does it say, "Hey, listen"? Does it do that?
Hey,
Does anyone
listen.
play
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda? Anyway,
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah. So I just
It does. It kind of gets. It kind of rolls over.
I'm busy getting out of my clothes and enticing everyone.
You're taking off plate mail. It'll take a second.
Yeah.
You see the pixie kind of roll over, grab the ledge of the pool, and pull itself up. Her wings start to flap a little bit as she goes into the air.
Oh, that's
says-
adorable.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, it's stereotypical, but it does kind of look like a Tinkerbell a bit. And she's kind of flapping in the air, and you can hear the wings almost like a mockingbird.
Wow.
And it kind of flies closer to you all. It's slightly glowing.
Can
And it
I roll
says-
a knowledge
Mhm.
on that? Like just what I would know about it?
Sure. That would be nature.
While that's happening, I tell the pixie how we're here to get our paladin's powers back, and that's why he's taking his clothing off, because he's going to put on a magical glove that's evil and has a demon in it and jump into the pool.
Point of order, isn't
Yes.
that what the strange voices were asking for? Jumping in the pool?
Right. That wasn't the original plan. He was just going to put the glove in the pool. But
Yes, I'm not going to get into the pool, but I'm going to get appropriately nude because Fitz asked for it, and then proceed to
correct.
push the disenchantable items into the.
Perfectly reasonable.
Yes. And eye candy.
I don't have the game
and
log up.
sensual.
Who? Why didn't anyone tell me I don't have the game log up?
It's okay. That would just be a 5 for me, so probably
Oh.
don't know much.
You know that they exist. You're like, oh, I know
Thing.
pixies are a thing.
Hey, we got a new follower. Bramchu.
Chu.
oh,
Bramchu.
thank you.
Wow.
Any name
Thank
that
you,
begins
Bramchu.
with Bram is good to me, I say.
From
Welcome,
Game of
Bram.
Thrones?
Braumchu.
Braum.
Like
Bramchu.
Braumchu. Is this
What are we doing?
like Braumbacher?
Braumbacher.
Just trying to get the game log up real quick.
All right.
Let me see.
So
This
I'm
should
going to
be-
take Azure Edge right here, and I'm going to use you to push this evil gauntlet and destroy its enchantments once and for all. Please assist me. My friendly axe. Is that all right? Friendly axe. I don't know.
The axe says, what are you trying to push, actually?
I'm going to start with the gauntlet.
Okay.
There's
The
a few
axe
things
says-
on the list.
I cannot help you with this. You must do this on your own.
You mean I must
Ooh.
do this by hand?
This is the trial. Can you destroy the thing that you were corrupted by?
I see. I see.
I'm just gonna sit
least that's what I
behind
thought.
Greyhide. Gonna stand behind him so I can shove him if I have to.
Okay, I'm going to tell everyone, guys, I have to do this myself. I rebuked the evil of this gauntlet once before by my own will, and I will do it once again permanently. So I'm going to
Good luck.
slide the gauntlet onto my hand.
Greyhide. And with that, you get something.
I get some stuff.
Yes, a mood swing.
My favorite.
I'm afraid, guys. I'm afraid I'll fail. Please, just if something
Stormy.
happens to me, I want you to kill me. Don't hesitate. Just kill me. So I'm going to take,
Thank you, Stormy.
take it and slide it on.
All right.
I guess I'm probably going to have to roll something.
Before.
Why do you resist? Can't you use me for good? I could make you ruler of Waterdeep.
Keep
Can't
talking.
you make me into a weapon of good? Couldn't you, if you ruled, force people to do the right thing?
You make an interesting point, Exvim.
I don't know what he's saying to you, Greyhide, but I doubt he's making an excellent point.
Perhaps you could illustrate his point vocally.
I think, Exvim, I am going to I'm going to use you for good right now. And I'm going to plunge the gauntlet into the disenchanting pool.
All right. First of all, there's an internal monologue from Fitz on this whole situation.
Well, this is fascinating, and Greyhide, we are really, really rooting for you, and you've got this because we love you, and you're wonderful, and we realize that you have a gambling problem and some ego issues, and that sometimes you're a terrible paladin, but that you're working through this, and I think this is really, really great progress, and I'm super excited for you. Just please don't listen to what it says this time, because it really does not have your best interest in heart. I know, I talked to that demon, and is not a nice guy. Very rude.
So that all gets said as you're going towards the pool of disenchantment. Roll a charisma save. As X-Fin is
Greyhide
going
rolls a
to try
charisma save?
to... Yep,
Come
as
on,
X-Fin is going
Greyhide.
to try to take control of your body.
He doesn't have a gambling problem.
Are you
Fig, I
sure
understand
about
that Fitz's position behind Greyhide might be natural, but in this particular situation, it seems a little suspicious.
I believe I have 0
Because
luckies
he's naked.
left. Or do
Yes.
I have any luckies left?
No,
Is
you
that
used all your luckies, I think,
believe
last
so.
session.
Yes.
But we can see if you have...
I think I might have 1 D8 somewhere.
I'm pretty
let me
sure you
just
have
see.
a D8.
What do I need to roll for a saving throw? Because I got +6 on charisma, which is pretty good. Let me see.
Well, yeah, you rolled it right there. You got a 14 already. And before you decide if that's your final roll or not, you had the mood swing.
my uncle's right. I'm also...
Yes, you have a D8 if you want to use it. It's up to you. You don't have to, but or you could keep that roll if you think it's enough.
My uncle's right. I also say, and by God, Grey, you have been doing squats. Look at that finish, and that is an excellent paladin speedo, but that chainmail must be
That's the real
murder.
reason you're standing behind me, isn't it?
What? No. Shh.
Hey.
No.
I think important decisions like this, I like to leave to fate. It's an ambiguously and dangerously close roll. And to just, because Greyhide's life has been tumultuous, I'm not going to use the D8. I just want to see what happens. Because that's the interesting choice, isn't it?
Whoa.
You start going down to put it in the water, and you notice Greyhide having an internal struggle. You can see he stops as Fitz is going on his monologue. And yet first you think he's listening to your monologue, but he's not.
Remember if I said if I was struggling to kill me?
Greyhide, you better be jumping in that pool right now.
Do we need to
This is
kill
what
you?
we came down all this way for this, and this is what we're going to do. I kept Azure's Edge for you, and now it is time for you to go for a swim.
You're right. I've got to put an end to this evil. But it's so enticing. It's telling me the worlds of good that I can create.
Fitzjoffrey, assist his rear.
All right. I run up.
And Enigma gives someone the finger.
All right.
Okay.
I go to shove Greyhide.
I rush up behind and shove him right underneath. You know, I get my hand
Well,
right
guys,
under his
this isn't a
glutes.
pool
Greyhide into
party.
the pool.
He's gonna throw me into the pool. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You both can roll on athletics. Greyhide, you roll on
All
athletics
right.
too.
Uh-oh.
All right. Oh, so I got to do an athletics because I guess I would be resisting them.
He is
Uh,
very
Interesting.
strong.
It's really close. You are resisting being thrown head first into the pool at this point.
Well, I rolled quite well, so.
I'm still rolling.
I'm gonna inspire
So did I.
Fig.
Who are you inspiring?
Yes. I'm gonna use
Good.
one of my inspirations.
I'll need that.
I've got an 18. I am just my fingers are practically up him as I shove.
I
Is that a
picture what's going
monologue?
on here is that you're chasing me around with a towel and trying to snap me with it. Is basically what's happening. We're running around the pool. Greyhide!
Brad, can you
You just missed my
Greg, can you roll
buttocks
for
by
me?
this much. Whoa!
Well, he gave you inspiration, which would just add a D8. But who were you giving it
Yeah.
to?
You give it to me.
Oh, I gave it to Fig because I didn't know what her
Okay.
result was yet.
It's
Okay. You rolled a
Not very
6,
high.
so
Also,
it'd be a 12.
This thing's coming in. I don't know where.
What did Greyhide just get?
Greyhide got some stuff.
A mood swing.
Whoa! You guys are hilarious! You're trying to throw me into the pool. Snuck it off, you guys! Woo!
So
Okay,
is 12 enough
it's really
to
close. Fitz, you go over and you push him. You go full into it. You are 100% committed to this. You hate this XFIM guy.
I've talked to
And-
him. Rude.
But you push him so hard that you're actually... Greyhide, you go face first into the pool, making a big splash. Fitz, you're starting to fall in too. Roll a dex save.
Oh no! Someone grab me! Do I just... Is that the one at the top
You're
or the
wearing
one
some
at the
good
side?
Can I
Side.
grab Fitz as I'm pushing Greyhide in?
Yeah, you can do just a dex skill
Someone-
check.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna throw
You might
myself
not need
forward
to.
to grab at his foot.
Oh, okay.
I've got a...
Yes.
I've got a...
Marco!
Yes, Fitz actually successfully stops himself from going in, but then everybody pulls him a little extra and you fall on your back.
Oh,
Did I just get a advantage roll?
Yes.
Oh no.
Your father
he's
gave you
back.
disadvantage.
But he's been doing that since my early childhood, so that makes sense. Okay, so now we've got a
Is it a
13.
wee
Oh,
one?
okay.
Is it a
It's
wee
still-
one?
Wow.
Am I just
Hang on, what
splashing
does that
around
mean?
and flailing in the
Papa?
pool?
What does that mean?
No, you
Guys, the water's fine. Get in here.
you splash
Do a
into the
backflip.
pool, and you see your gauntlet in front of you, and you see the blackness start to disintegrate off of it. It actually starts to almost layer like pieces of black on top of the pool with all the dead bugs and such that are also there. But that's the last thing you see as your vision goes dark.
Oh no.
Suddenly,
We
you're
kill
in a
him.
room.
Uh-oh.
The
Does
You don't
anyone have
see much.
non-magical rope to fish him out?
Except in the center, almost like there's a light coming down the center of the room, you see Durbane. No armor, no weapons. Looks like he's in almost commoner clothes, but it's Durbane. Standing in the middle of the room. Behind him. What's this one? D8 inspiration! To Fitz. Behind him, you see faded out statues, but you can kind of see them. There's one statue that seems to be a guy in full plate, like more covered than even your armor is if you were wearing it. It has a full helmet on. You can't even see his face. You see another statue. Someone who actually is wearing almost no armor, nothing but a blue tunic, showing his scarred chest, holding a spear behind his back. The third statue is a man. Almost seems like he's mounted on something, but the statue doesn't actually render the entire thing he's mounted on. But he has a sword out in one hand with a big mane of hair. And the last one is a woman sitting in a chair. She seems to just be watching. She has something in her hand, but it's too dark to see. And almost like the statue's staring straight at you. Let me pull this up. I gave a slight visual. If I can.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's dark
Wow,
and hard
this
to
is
see.
Very cool.
It's dark and kind of hard to make out those statues, and the statues to see there don't really represent what they actually look like. And thank you, Screaming Dragon, for subscribing. Thank you so much for
Screaming
that.
Dragon.
The Urbane doesn't seems to be watching you. Seems to be aware, but not saying anything. And you hear out from the back around the statues. The first voice you hear, it comes from the one on the left with the giant helmet, and it says, "End him here. Destroy his soul. This man has no right to exist." Suddenly, the one next to him, "No, no, send him to the abyss. That's what he deserves. Make him a plaything of some demon." The next one over says, "This man has suffered under Exfim. He has paid his debts. Send his soul on to wherever it may go." The last one doesn't say anything, but you hear the distinct sound, a sound you know very well. You hear the sound of a coin being tossed in the air and caught.
Interesting.
And you also realize it's like one of those dreams you have growing up. You're wearing no clothes except a Speedo.
Of course. Like my
Naturally.
dreams. I'm going to walk up to Durbane, and I'm going to say, "You have suffered greatly. Have you suffered greatly in this place?"
"I have suffered unimaginable pain. The demon put me through hell."
Well,
I've heard they do that.
"But I regret nothing."
you regret nothing. Well, then I'm afraid I must leave you to your fate, Durbane.
Fitzjoffrey.
This is a tough call. I was about to let him off easy, but he regrets nothing, you know? I'm going to leave you to fate. I'm gonna go. Can I walk closer to the one with who's flipping the coin? What that sound is?
Yes.
I'm gonna go walk.
You can move
closer to
over
that.
there. There's nothing here that seems to be inhibiting your movement at all. You can't really make out what the ground is. Everything just seems dark. But you look at the statue, and it is a woman sitting in an ornate chair with some type of ornate cuirass around her silken robe. In her hand is a coin. Roll a knowledge religion.
Knowledge. Boom. Oh, I got one. I got a decent roll.
I got one. You've heard this person as a few names. Lady Luck is one. The other one, the official one, is Timora. It's the goddess of good fortune, of luck, of chance. If you ever heard the term "fortune favors the bold," it comes from followers of this goddess.
I have not pledged myself to a goddess before. I've not pledged myself to any god at this point. I would like to pledge myself to Timora. I like the whole, game of chance and good fortune thing. That seems like right up Greyhide's alley. I will ask Timora. I don't know if she can speak, but I'll say, Timora, what would you have me do with this wretched soul?
All things for him lead to bad consequences. So why not leave it to chance?
I will do as you say. He's yours.
In your hand, you feel something. You look at it, and it's a bone dice.
I love it. I love it. All right. So I roll the bone dice.
All right, roll a d6.
You're gonna bone him in your Speedo.
I rolled a 2. That looks awesome.
A 2. Why is it not coming up on the... Oh, because I didn't have it up. Amazing. A 2. You hear Derbain say, "Oh, tricky bastard, thank you for subscribing."
Thank you, tricky bastard.
You hear Derbain say, "No, not the abyss, anything but that." And you look over at him, and in a flash of light, you see this gate appear from the ground. You hear it come up from the ground, made of bones, and you hear voices from the other side of it. And you see Derbain, a chain flies out from the gate and wraps around him and pulls him in. And all you hear is, "No!" And then the gate lowers. And you hear, "You have chosen." And you awaken just immediately. Your eyes, you lift your head out of the pool of disenchantment.
He's not drowning.
Ah!
Everybody else saw him fall in face first. You thought, that's strange. Why is he not getting up? And then he just immediately got up.
I look at my hand as I'm gonna try and do divine sense.
You use divine sense.
Ooh.
You hear the ping, boom, boom, boom. It goes out everywhere, and you can look around you. You don't detect anything, but you can sense that it worked.
Guys, your boy
You also look at the
Greyhide is
gauntlet.
back.
You look at the gauntlet, and it's silver
Yes!
again. One side has a
Greyhide,
coin
welcome.
on one face of it. You look at the other side, it's the same coin, but the other side of the coin, imprinted on the gauntlet.
Did we notice this?
Yeah, he's probably up there looking at it like, what the hell? So, yeah.
Greyhide, what happened? What did you have to do?
Happened in there?
That's an incredible tale, but a tale for another time.
What?
Let's
No.
head back to Troll Skull Manor and make a feast. We'll get Angelo to make a feast, and then I'll tell you about all this stuff later.
Nice.
Because nothing sketchy happened at all.
Guys,
Oh, and thanks,
okay.
Cleese, for gifting that sub. Sorry, I had that wrong.
Well,
So, thanks a lot for that. That's awesome.
Thank you for gifting the sub. Yes.
are we trying to,
I
guys,
basically,
before
I'll come clean with them and I'll tell them exactly what
Thank you,
happened. That I
Cleese.
came face to face with Derbain, and that I effectively pledged myself to a goddess, and I already forget her name. What was her name again?
Timora, Our Lady Luck.
Timora. I'm gonna have to remember that. I pledged myself to the goddess Timora, and I left it to chance what would happen to the soul of Derbain, and the abyss opened up beneath him, and he was dragged down to eternal suffering. But I kind of gave him an opportunity to get out of it. I kind of asked him, and he showed no regret, and I was actually willing to show him mercy and let his soul move on, but I left it to chance instead, and I think he's exactly where he deserves to be. And
For
that's the
reference,
story.
The abyss scene. Who is Derbain? To you?
Derbain is
Wow.
he's
we'll
a
fill you
villainous
in.
rogue
We'll fill
who
you in on that.
murdered my parents a long
Okay.
time ago.
Oh,
actually,
vengeance.
Derbain, did he mention anything while you were down there?
Not much. He said that he had no remorse for. He said he suffered greatly and he had no
about why
remorse
he had
for
the
what he did.
step.
Maybe now's the time.
Right, but, I don't know.
During all this,
That's fantastic, Greyhide.
it's been a while. It's been a while. The Enigma.
Yes.
You woke up from the resurrection. Didn't feel so great. You told people to go on without you. But eventually you started feeling better. You still had that connection. You know exactly where he is. You heard about the plan. You went to the yawning portal, and you went down the well, and you're able, with that connection, slowly navigate to it. You come up to a room that looks like there was a door that was trying to go down, but it was held up now by a statue, Jimmy rigged, to never close again. You go through it, and you come to a room with people gathered around this pool of disenchantment. You see everybody there. And you were able to catch up with the group due to your connection. Everybody else sees Enigma be like, just walk into the room.
How did you... How?
I still have to give someone the finger, so instead of responding to him, I'm just gonna...
Right.
I guess she's feeling
course.
better.
I can mark that one off.
Good to see you too.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just her hand wave. She's, you know.
Oh, I see. Not
Universally.
everything in this party is
Good to
resolved
see
by
you.
sex.
You know, welcome. Greyhide fixed his hand.
Go ahead.
Okay, so-
You
Fig,
can put
sorry.
clothes on now if you want.
Well, I was thinking I might nudge this this orb still needs disenchanting and destruction. So does somebody want to boot that in? You know what? I'm going to pick up the orb with my new gauntlet courageously and just dunk it in like I'm dunking a donut in some Tim Hortons coffee. Or for those of you south of the border, Dunkin' Donuts. But I'm going to dunk it like a donut with some coffee.
You can dump the orb into the pool. It just
Yes.
kind of slowly sinks to the bottom. Ding, ding, ding.
Bye. And then I climb out of the pool and slowly put my armor back on.
That's a 10-minute process.
Yes.
Is Felric still with us? And
Yep, Felric's
Yes.
watching the whole thing.
Right.
The
Actually, speaking of which,
you
while sorry?
I was gonna say, Fitz, you hear in your head something strained.
Strained.
If you put me into the pool, I can help you. I won't be limited in my answers. I can give you whatever you need.
Limits are healthy. Limits are healthy things. I appreciate that, but they say it's very good to set limits.
I am very powerful. I know what you want. You want to stop him from taking over the matriarchy. You want to possibly get revenge on Jarlaxle.
Oh wow.
You want to fix all your father's problems. I know everything about you. I can help you with all of this.
Oh wow. That's very tempting. But also, I mean, you have helped me, right? Because I can just ask you questions. So, you know, it's not like you're gonna not help me if I don't put you in the pool that will probably... What happens if I put you in?
How would you like to be put in a stone by a wizard of no volition of your own, all for a mistake? How would you like to spend the centuries being a plaything for any wanderer who picks you up? I am stuck in this stone, and this is my chance for freedom. Is that not worth fighting for yourself?
You're not gonna, you know, eat anyone, kill anyone, or destroy Waterdeep or anything if we, like, set you free or anything like that. By the way, I'm saying
do
all
not.
this out loud.
Greyhide.
Headlong into danger! Ah, that feels good!
You're saying all this out loud. You're replying to
you
him
saying
out
all this
loud.
out loud. Oh,
Yeah.
well, this.
Who's going to destroy Waterdeep? I may have missed a part of this conversation.
Excuse me. What's happening?
What?
Who are you talking to?
Do you
Oh,
need to go
The-
for a
the
swim?
Rock of Sister Finding? Why
No,
does the Rock of
no,
Sister Finding want to destroy Waterdeep?
The rock of.
I don't know. I'm hoping
There
it
is-
doesn't want to destroy Waterdeep. I'm hoping did the rock answer? Rock draw water deep? Did I get a clear answer from that?
I do not
What
spend my
is-
time with puny humans. Why would I do that? I wish to be
Right.
free and nothing else.
Greyhide's not puny. I mean, sorry, no, I didn't hear that. Sorry, I forgot I didn't hear that.
I think we need to go.
Fig, who's he talking to?
Save our people, Fitz. Did he just leave?
He
He couldn't take it. It was just too much pressure. He finally
Maybe
gave.
Maybe
Mike
there's
gave,
someone
he
at the
just-
door he has to deal with.
Well,
Oh,
I
he put on headphones? No. Oh, you're back. You okay? Hello?
maybe he's frozen. Maybe he's lagging.
Yep.
Yep.
Something's not working out. Damn it!
Well,
Guess we'll never know.
There's something I've
There he
been
is.
meaning to do. Oh, he's back. Okay.
Yeah. And you're back. So what did you miss? How would you know what you missed?
What? Oh yeah, that's my question. What did I miss? Did I
He
not-
told you that he wouldn't spend time with
Well,
puny
sorry.
humans, and
The,
that he just wants to be free. Did you get that?
Well,
Okay.
right. So I'm gonna turn to the rest of them and I'm gonna say, you guys, so there's this thing that could really help us, and we just have to put a rock into the water. Alpha, do you just mean this is a good time to
Nope.
open your pack for a second?
Nope.
And
Nope.
put something.
All right, off
in
we
the-
go, guys. We
Hold on, maybe
are
quick.
walking.
All right,
out
let's
here.
head back to Troll Skull Manor and get some sandwiches. Get
Roll
our
a
sandwich
charisma
on.
save.
Losing
Fitz.
it. Fitz or
The-
Fig?
Hang on though.
Fitz.
Don't you think
The
that
rock
we
hears
could
all.
gain
Oh yeah.
from?
Where's my game log? There it is.
So
Roll
my
that
internet
charisma
is
save.
Terrible right now.
Yeah, it is kind of going in and out.
I'm not certain I fully grasp the details of the situation, but I am
Nor do I.
quite positive that if someone is speaking to you and only you, and they don't want to speak to the rest of us, these are sure signs of a con man. You see, a con man will want to have a unidirectional conversation with you that other people can't interject in and point out flaws in the logic. Is someone
I'm
trying to do
liking
that to you right
this
now?
More
That's-
and more.
Well, that's
I can only speak to
a great
you
point.
since you're the one who used me.
Well, had unlimited knowledge.
Unlimited
You
knowledge.
would immediately be rendered
internet.
mad
2
as
two
you are
seconds
immortal.
ago, you also said limits are a good thing. I am walking out of here. I will hear none of this.
I think
bef-
we can carry on this discussion later. I don't know if we should.
Let me go ahead and roll a charisma save for Fitz, since he needs to roll one.
Alpha/Fig.
Oh. Also, you have to talk about Angelo.
I just need to get out of here. We've been here so long. I haven't seen Angelo and I don't know.
I
He must be
can't
worried.
stop thinking about his sandwiches, and maybe he can make that flaky pizza crust. You know.
There's something about
Is
this
there another member that I haven't been introduced to?
cappuccino. His name
Oh,
is
I know
we
we've
have,
actually done introductions. Lord Brighthelm, if you are one of our colleagues, I suppose you may call me Ingvar, despite being a...
This is Enigma. She's not very social.
Well, she's an elf, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
Well, this is all
Her
really.
Her manners are.
Did I just hear a dig from you?
Well, we're dwarves, it's what we do.
Watch out, buddy.
Oh yes, Enigma is part elf too, so you know.
I rolled a save for Fitz as he's having this internal struggle. He's not saying anything.
Yeah.
It's almost like his mind got disconnected. But he's having this internal struggle, and he eventually shakes his head and agrees to leave. So you walk
Okay.
out. You walk through the room. What about are you just leaving the gym there?
The orb?
Yeah.
I was planning on just leaving it there.
Okay. Good enough.
Unless anyone else wants to grab it, but I just I guess I'm not that smart. It's a good thing I went in the pool. That's just an aside.
What's the orb made of? What did it look like?
Do a knowledge nature. It's green. It's green. Must be an emerald.
Oh. My armor isn't magical. I'm gonna
Okay.
reach in to get that emerald. You know,
Darn it.
Greyhide doesn't want it anymore.
As you reach in, you put your fingers around it, and you pull it out. Nothing happens.
Damn it! It's probably
Is it
worth
an
all
emerald?
sorts of money.
It feels like it's hefty, like a gemstone. You're not sure really if it's an emerald.
Well, no, pocket it for now.
Okie dokie.
There's one other member we haven't been introduced to. I would turn to the pixie.
Yeah. The pixie is there, flapping, watching, and says, I don't know what's happening, but can we leave? This place
Are
messes
you-
with my magic.
I'm kind of
Oh, that thing's
intrigued by
adorable.
this pixie. Are you coming with us?
Yes, I need to get back to the Feywild.
Aw, he's so adorable. He, she, it.
Any particular reason the pile of insects was targeting you?
He summoned me with a spell, and then tortured me. I don't know why.
Oh, well, it's most likely because he's a pile of insects, and hence, perverse.
Yes.
Well, to the surface then.
To the headlong to the surface!
So, just before we go to the surface, there is something I've been meaning to do.
Uh-huh. Yes.
I take out the charm that's in my my pack, my little acorn.
Okay.
And I think this might actually be able to help me be rid of my spell. It might be able to restore me. And maybe my memories, I'm not sure. I had this for a while. So can I attempt to use this?
Yeah. You innately know how to use it. You spent enough time with it that you've been able to look around and figure it out on how to use it, and you can basically just kind of press down on the acorn and then touch whoever you want to use it on, including yourself. And you use it?
On myself, or I used a greater restoration. Let's see.
Okay. You feel something wash over you, and all that tiredness you had from this adventure and all that kind of stuff just washes away. You feel energized again, as though you just woke up. But that's all you notice.
That's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
How many charges does it have left?
2. That took 3 of the charges of the 5.
Okay. So I.
While Fitz was more with it himself, shall we say, he mentioned that a wizard would also need to be cleansed of the magic that's affecting you, that they're somehow tied together. Could that be the same thing?
Yes, that could be very possibly so. So I don't know.
Am I sort of passed out right now?
No. So I
That's
rolled the
correct.
charisma
She
save
were
for
to
you.
get in the pool with the wizard. Oh, yes.
I rolled the charisma save for you, and I rolled a natural 20. So you actually had no problem resisting its effect. That it was going to try to force you to do something, but you had no trouble resisting that.
Right. Totally awkward. Everybody, please ignore all of that. There is nothing wrong here. Whoo! Wow. Am I still fire resistant? That was great. Alpha,
you still feel
yes,
sick.
you would have to jump in. Oh god. You would have to jump into the pool with the wizard for it to end. I don't know I know that, but that's just what totally makes sense. But it might be from the Ocre of Istase Fae. If you know what I mean.
Why are you saying that part in Pig Latin? Because I know, I know it.
So I attempt to. I put the acorn back in my bag.
Okay.
And
you untie your bag to put it in.
I untie well, I had to untie it to get it out.
Yeah.
Hey, new subscriber.
And then
Welcome.
I untie and I put. Welcome.
It was a gifted sub. Thank you, Jess Chiking, for giving us a gifted
who's
sub.
that? That's so weird.
I don't
Very
know.
strange.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yes. Woo, whoever you are.
Yeah. We appreciate it.
It's Joffrey.
Internal monologue.
Greyhide.
Mood swing.
Someone's a rich
miss. I miss X-Fim and I killed him. He was only good to me. How did I treat him?
I like how Greyhide's
wasn't
mood
good
swings
to you,
are
he made
always
you-
crying.
He made you murder people. He made you murder people that we threw out the back window. By the way, we still have a corpse in our backyard. And Alpha, I'm sorry for wanting to steal the stone all the time, but you know that rock is very,
Thank you for the
very
shot.
charismatic. It's got a really great skills, you know, and it just makes a great point. I mean, what if it really could help us? Except, I don't know. We should be trying to find that thing that we all want to find, but I don't know what it's going to do to us.
Did you just mention the Stone of Galore out loud?
What? No.
Did you just mention the stone out loud?
No, I don't think so.
I said the thing
Okay.
that no, I
Okay.
surreptitiously implied to Neverember's gold, the thing that we're all trying to find, and being what it.
Wait, you have some information about how to get the gold that we're all looking for?
No.
You could.
No.
Greyhide's obviously
Can we
not the most
start
intelligent, but you can roll an intelligence check to see if you would put that together if you want.
I actually got quite a high intelligence on here, which.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, strangely. Let me see, intelligence. I need to adjust that to fit
I'm
my,
smart.
my real life character.
I just discovered I'm smart.
Intelligence. Where is it on here? There's
It's
an
at the very
intelligence
top,
saving
all the
throw.
stats. No, just all the stats. Just click the.
Oh,
plus
there's
on the
intelligence +0.
Yeah.
Let's
That's
You're
average.
average.
Ah,
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. It's pretty good.
it's not a minus.
I rolled a 16. I'm
Alpha
like, what?
/ Fig.
You could put together based on all the hints they've given, because they've given a lot of them, that this stone of sister finding is indeed the stone of Galore that everybody's looking for to find Neverember's gold.
Wait, yeah. Can you just tell me something about this stone of sister finding? Does it find other things than sisters? What's going on?
Guys, Angelo, I need to get home to Angelo. This is it.
Right.
I'm out of here. I'm walking out.
Big walks out.
Well, I'm
Greyhide,
with Fig.
I'm going to.
It was mentioned earlier that there's a magic stone, but I believe it's actually a dwarven artifact that they have. I haven't had a chance to examine it yet, but I may be able to verify historically speaking. This is
As I
in
walk
the-
out, I'm also tying back my pack.
Okay.
Double knots.
Double knots. Roll a
I'm
survival.
just going
while
to
they're
lean
walking out.
into. Just going to lean into Greyhide and say, do you know, maybe about this when the agent of Jarlath isn't here. I'll tell you everything I promise. Just
Oh, thank
Not
you again.
yet.
Another subscriber. More subscribers.
Thank you, Master Sprout.
Thank
you for those gifts.
Oh, hey, Master
wow.
Sprout.
And
Master
Thank you.
Sprout.
we also
Two of them.
have
Project Incast.
a visitor. We have a Project Icarus. Go check him out. He does a lot of strategy games and other fun stuff. He's pretty funny too. Check him out someday. He also plays that new game that everybody's playing, whatever it's called, with the swords and the things.
Elden Ring?
Elden Ring.
Oh yeah, everyone's talking about that.
Oh,
Art of the Roll, I think.
that sounds great.
Yeah, I think it's Art of the
That's
Roll.
a fancy new game.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yes.
playing that. Yeah.
Everyone's
all over
playing
the
Art of the
place.
Roll.
Everyone's playing
So-
Art of the Roll.
I'll go ahead and assume you
Before
all
we leave-
decide to skedaddle. Oh, one thing before you leave.
Before we leave, I'm going to Felric, and I'm going to say, Felric, listen, I had on very good information that you know, I don't know how you feel about this, and I don't want to like make you uncomfortable, but well, you know that thing that they did with magic to change you from how you were. If you go for a swim right now, that would change back. And I don't know how you feel about that, but speaking from a biased position, I would really like that.
Roll a persuasion.
Because, you know, then you and I can,
He looks
maybe-
highly uncomfortable.
right.
Ooh. Oh, thank you, Anonymous,
I mean, we've got a
for cheering 100 bits.
Oh, thank you, Anonymous.
Is that
Anonymous.
Anonymous cheerer.
Anonymous.
That's how they
Must
say
be
it in
Canadian.
Canada. Yeah,
Yeah.
Canadian.
It's Canadian movie.
Anonymous.
He says, yeah, I don't think that's going to work with Jarlaxle, even if I wanted to. And
Right.
I
Well,
don't really. Especially when there's a cause.
right.
Maybe
Sure,
afterward.
well, okay. That's-
Maybe-
I
I can talk to Jarlaxle.
all right, sure. Well, I don't know. I feel like Joe Axel would not be very
Joffrey.
supportive of that.
Drink that seduce juice.
Do I have to? Is that an internal monologue as well, or just?
Yes, it is. While you drink that seduce juice.
I pull out my flask and I, you know, Felric, that's totally fine. I mean, frankly, if you even did have lady parts, you know that I wouldn't be able to penetrate you because obviously then I would become your slave. So I totally understand it. But you know, maybe someday when our relationship is expanded a little bit more and you and I are feeling a little more comfortable with each other. But I wouldn't touch Alaxel because, you know, he's just not supportive. I don't think he might be seeing each other.
Do we hear this?
Yeah,
we hear-
all those internal monologues he says out loud.
into danger! Sorry, it's just I had to interrupt you. I couldn't hear myself think, Fitz. But, sorry, I just. I had to put
What?
a stop
Oh,
to that.
sorry. Thank you for snapping me out of that. Felric and I were just discussing pirates. 'Cause that's what
It's
you
Felric
just
leaves.
a little bit
Pirate.
strange
Let's
lately.
get going.
Felric just leaves. He's like, straight up, I'm out of here.
Vampire.
What do I gotta do?
Drink.
Oh,
Would you like a drink,
Cheers.
Enigma? I'm just
Please.
gonna pass you my flask. Here you are. Totally out.
The
Thank
last
you.
snare stick
Don't
lowlander
know
I
what
is
you're
going to
appreciate
make
that.
it.
Oh,
So as we go back, I'll be discussing. I'm thinking we rework Umbert as a hunchback in the story. That way, I can fit a bag of insects on the actor's back, and on the scene when Umbert reveals himself, he'll just throw the insects into the air and disappear into a panel.
Oh no.
That's brilliant. I like that.
The next
Ooh.
NPC has to be Thorak
And you-
Thick Thighs.
Thorax, thick thighs. I like it.
Triple T. It's funny because thorax is very insect-like, but that kind of works with the theme of the day.
Maybe that should be the character in your book. You should rename them. But you're epic. But yeah, anyways, you head out. You're discussing the epic, talking about any revisions. You can retrace the way you came.
No, I have
and you can
not.
make it out to the yawning portal.
While the other thing is that while we're walking along, I'm feeling a little bit sad about Felric, not wanting to board with the pool. So I start chatting with the pixie, and I say, "So, what's it like being a pixie? And do you often get trapped by evil bug collections?"
First of all, check out Embryonic Legend. He's another streamer that we talk to a lot. So really great guy. He does war game, I think, type streaming. So that's cool. The pixie. What did you ask the pixie? I got distracted by someone, a celebrity showing up.
He's asking what it's like being a pixie. Type of thing.
Right.
Oh. Okay.
What's up, Embryonic?
The pixie
Just,
says.
Just making station.
Yeah, the pixie will go through talking about what it's like in the Feywild, talking about the different colors and the essence of magic that's everywhere in the different areas. It'll go on and say, "I really miss where I came from."
Fitz Joffrey.
Do you want to ride? Oh,
I like that.
there you go. By the way, my name is Thorax Thickthighs. Why is he gone? Oh well. So anyways, you guys continue up. You find the well. You see the rope. The whole pulley system is down, and you're able to go one at a time, lifted back up into the well.
Is someone gonna help me with Patty?
Need a hand with your bear?
Hey, Crowley, thank you for the 100 bits. Also
Thank you,
known as
Crowley.
Crafty One. Wait, I wasn't supposed to say that.
Wait,
I didn't
who?
say that. No.
Don't know that guy.
Yeah. So yeah, you head you wrap. You can strap the bear up. We won't the bear up. We won't worry about that. And eventually everybody is able to get back up to the top.
Thank heavens we're in freaking the yawning portal. Are we gonna have some brewskis before we're gonna head back to?
As you go up, you can start hearing music when you get to the top of it. We'll say Greyhide's the first one, and the Durnan's there behind the bar, and he says, "Hey, survivors!" And then you see the crowd all kind of lift up the drinks, go, "Hey!" and cheering you on. You see now it's actually gotten later, and there's actually a crowd of people around. You see 3 strings playing. You see a lot of the usuals. You see Yagra. You don't see the elf guy. Silver hair. You see Jalister though, the head of the Lord's Alliance, and you see kind of everybody around here. It just happens to be it's late and people come here.
Well, it's been a successful excursion, and your old friend Greyhide is a powerful paladin once again. Let's
hear it for the friendly noise.
3 cheers for our group, which we still haven't named yet.
Hey!
Troll Skull Smashers.
Yes.
You all can eventually get up. And Durnan says, "What is your group's name, after all? You've been working together for a month now, and you've not come up with a name."
Well, we narrowed it down to the Vag Smashers. The
Nope.
Troll Skull.
We vetoed that.
That was vetoed? Vag Smashers,
Yeah.
are you sure?
Sorry, vetoed.
It was because we were working for Vajra and we smashed things. I thought it was perfect. But then there was...
I thought it was because we were smashing vagrants.
Yes, the
Okay.
Vagrant Smashers. And we worked for Vajra,
Right.
Vag Smashers.
We also worked for
That the
many
unfriendly period when he was
people.
assaulting vagrants.
Yes. Now I love
Yes.
vagrants. You missed that last week. I love vagrants and all disgusting blue-collar workers. I find them revolting and lovable.
He's really coming around to embrace his farmer heritage.
Yes. I find their disgusting, putrid nature endearing and terrible.
Humans
love
are
them.
truly complex, considering how short a time you live. It's really impressive.
We got some good suggestions here.
The mighty ass cheeks. Wasn't it the troll skull somethings? We had something. The troll skull.
Greyhide and the
Troll Skull
Speedos.
Companions is what.
Yes,
Greyhide
Greyhide
and
and the
Speedos.
Speedos.
Wow.
Greyhide, Enigma, and the rest is one
Honestly,
of my
I think
suggestions.
this should be the name from Tricky Bastard.
We don't
kink shame here.
We don't
here.
kink-
Don't think shame here. It's a little
The kink,
long.
not.
Doesn't roll
Kink
off
shame
the
is
tongue.
Yay.
Would that be the we don't kink shame?
Angelo's Breakfast
No
Club.
shame.
I like that one.
We got back,
Angelo's
had to take a leak. Oh wait, that's not a name.
Club.
That's
I
not
like Angelo's
wow.
Breakfast Club. I'll vote for
Angelo's
that one.
Breakfast Club.
Angelo's Breakfast Club. Ooh. I mean,
Angelo's. We could
the
be
Angelos.
Angelo's Angels.
Who is Angelo? Durnan says.
Oh, Angelo, he's the chef.
Oh, he's
who,
a chef.
and
He's
he-
he's a chef. He's
And
a
he
really
manages
Name your
the
group after your
restaurant
chef?
He's a really good chef.
No. How about the champions of Troll Skull? Because you know.
I like
I'm just
that.
that's where we
saying,
live and we-
my tavern is called the Yawning Portal. It's not called Gary.
It's called the Gaping.
Yes,
Chasm.
but Angelo, comparing
But
Angelo
Gary's
to
your chef.
Gary is like comparing a vagrant to a paladin. Like one is a disgusting pile of trash, and the other one is like a glorious warrior who serves, serves the divine. You
You've
know.
been the paladin again for 2
Wandering
seconds.
commotion.
Cheeky
Cheeky
bastards.
bastards. That
The
was
cheeky
very on
bastards.
brand with us. Cheeky bastards.
I seriously
I mean-
doubt your chef is as good as mine. I pay top dollar.
Ooh,
What do we pay
interesting.
Angelo anyway?
Nothing.
Is he
I don't
embezzling
think we
us?
pay
Is he
Angelo.
embezzling? Why does he even work for us? Maybe he's in
Because
love with one
I
of
think
us.
I think we're his.
Ooh,
Angelo.
how
That
about
sounds
that?
likely.
Oh wow.
Gary is harsh but fair. Harsh but fair.
So true,
Gary is
though.
a
So
cook.
true.
Angelo is a chef. I say that to Dern and I say Gary is a cook. Angelo is a chef.
I think we've been challenged to a cook-off. And I think that's how we're going to spend the rest of this episode of Art of the Roll, is with a cook-off competition between Angelo and Gary.
Bring your chef here then.
Gary.
I
They
would
can
like to
use
meet
any
Angelo.
resource in the kitchen.
Okay, this is on.
He
This
makes
is
some
on.
mean Emmy eats.
Okay, this is the yawning portal. I'm looking
Angelo
at this
shows
place.
up.
It looks like a pile of shit. Okay, where's your kitchen, you so-called kitchen? I'm gonna fuck you up. Whoever wants to cook it with me, who's this Gary Cucalabanza?
Oh,
Okay, calm down, calm down.
Shut up, damn it, calm down.
Cucalabanza.
Fuck you, Greyhide.
Okay, whoa, he's getting really foul-mouthed.
Gary comes out, and
Angelo.
he opens the door, and you see he has an apron on, no shirt, just the apron over his open skin. He's a big fat guy, and he has like these little simple tunic pants on, with a rope tying him on,
Wow.
and he says, "Who's the challenge me to a cook-off?"
Well, I challenge you because you'd besmirch the name of my beautiful troll skull man
Ooh.
on an Angelo's. And the winner, how about the winner of the cook-off gets to name this group of adventurers? What do you say?
Who the hell are you?
My name's Angelo, and if I win, this group will be called, what are we gonna be called?
Yeah, he's
guys?
Angelo.
I'm Angelo, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know where this is.
Angelo,
That's the
if
name.
you win, let's be called if you win, why don't we be called like the chins of Troll Skull? Because Troll Skull's your bar. What do you think
But
of
it's
that?
not.
Troll Skull companions? Troll
yes,
Skull
well,
Murder
sure.
Hobos.
That would bring a lot of business to Angelo's. It's called the Troll Skull Champions. I
Bingo,
like
you're
that.
good at this stuff. What do you think we should...
The Tarragon group, the Tarragon Legends.
Wow, I like that.
Right.
That's my favorite spice of the Tarragon. The Tarragon
Tarragon.
Legends.
Angelina.
And if I win, your name will be the Shit Diggers.
You already lost.
Actually, I like the name Shit Diggers. Can I go with that? I'll vote Shit Diggers.
No. You know
Grey,
what?
stop.
That's not a good name. That's not a good name, Greyhide. Okay, listen. Don't listen to Greyhide. He's stupid.
It's not a good name. It's not a good name.
Greyhide, it'll
Listen
make
to
them think
Angelo.
you're a
Average.
vagrant.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, vagrants they like to dig shit, and that's disgusting. So,
Then come on into my kitchen.
Exactly.
You should at
Okay.
least be latrine excavators.
Okay, it's on. So let's go into the kitchen for the cook-off.
Okay, we're gonna do this thing. We're gonna go. I got all my ingredients, and even though this kitchen looks like a pile of shit, I'm going to make the best meal that you've ever seen in this fucking hellhole.
Whoa,
It does look
watch
like a pile of shit
Oh,
in the
my
kitchen.
goodness.
There's crap everywhere. It's so unorganized. But
I can make shit taste like ambrosia. You watch. I'm Angelo.
Okay.
Durnan starts actually organizing this, and he starts getting tables together and getting people in a line as taste testers.
I go near Angelo and I take my flute out and I play music for him to encourage him.
Ooh.
All right, make a performance.
Okay, this is beautiful. I'm getting inspiration. I got the spices. I got the pans. I'm going to make a beautiful dish.
And I guess the cook-off begins, and we're all just, we
Yeah,
have to
anything
roll?
in the kitchen, which is basically anything. Don't you know, in fantasy games, all kitchens have all ingredients.
Of course. So
Right.
he's going to make roast goose with elderberry wine, lots of butter.
23 for Angelo.
You
Oh,
start
of course.
playing a
Wow.
beautiful flute
And
melody.
I'm going
Three
to make,
strings even comes in and
I'm going
starts
to
trying to
make
join
beautiful
it.
salsa with the tarragon and the butter, and it's going to mix it all together with a bit of basil and a spice that I'm not going to tell anybody about, okay? And I dedicate this dish to a beautiful fig. Mwah!
Mwah.
Okay, so
I'm
he's making
gonna
a roast
drink while
goose,
this is
and
happening.
what's Gary making? Huh, Gary?
Gary's making spaghettis with meatballs
Oh, wow.
Spaghetti
with
with
like
meatballs.
red wine.
He's going to make Italian food.
I
He's going to
mean,
spit in my face to try to make
Uh-oh.
Italian food.
I can make Italian food better than you.
Okay,
Wow.
well, after I win this competition,
Thanks,
I'm going to
Bram,
sleep
too.
sneak into your bed and cut
Yes.
your throat in your
Thank you
sleep,
for
okay?
subscribing.
Oh, okay, take it easy. Take it easy,
Bram,
Angelo.
Tell me what to do,
Appreciate
man.
it.
You idiot.
Hey! Stop hitting me! Hey! Sorry.
Okay, well,
Internal monologue while this cook-off is being made.
Oh, that's okay.
I mean, I get it with cooking, and I think that's lovely, but there's this girl supposed to find, and Enigma's probably just going to want to keep it. Greyhide's about to give it to the Castle Lanterns, except maybe he's not evil anymore. I don't. He's just going to gamble it. I don't know.
I'm
going to
order a round of drinks
Relaxo once.
for our entire
What are we
group
going to do?
in the
I don't even
meantime.
want the
A round
gold.
of
I don't even
drinks
want
on
to
Greyhide.
I play louder.
Enigma, what
Really
would
get
you
us
like
out
to
about
drink?
this
Anything you
gold.
want.
Doll, you can surprise me today.
Okay, I'll get her.
Have
Is-
roll a d20 for Angelo. The other chef tries to play dirty, and while you're carrying over a pot of the sauce, he tries to trip you.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
where's my sauce? And I roll a beautiful 7. This sauce is so important for basting my my goose.
Oh, no.
It's very, very important.
You guys hear from... Uh-oh, what's that? D8 inspiration to Angelo?
Okay, D8 inspiration. Because, and I roll an 8.
Wow.
I'm gonna stir this sauce.
I was about to say you guys hear clattering from the kitchen, but instead you actually trip a little bit, but you're able to keep the saucepan from tipping over. And he goes, "Oh, sorry about that. There's not much room in here." No, that's my wrong voice. Sorry about that. There's not that much room in here.
Yeah, nice try, Gary. You're a real asshole, I tell you.
This is my real accent.
Okay, my mouth is watering.
Do
You know,
I
we're
see
drinking.
Gary trying to trip Angelo?
You hear some. Roll a perception check.
Enigma, while this is going on, I would approach you. It's kind of difficult talking to Alpha about things
how
with
long it
money. And Fitz was very clearly mentioning earlier about some gold. I originally joined this party to sing of your ballad to my people. What I will create later.
You have to give the
weren't
finger to
there,
someone.
But
Okay, so what I'm gonna say is, I don't know why you're interrogating me, dude, but you can back off. I just cut him off.
She's a bit of a firecracker, this one.
I will
That was
make
an interesting
sure to
experience.
That's a
include
sign.
that character detail.
24.
I go back.
Yeah, you do. Right when that happens, Durnan was going through the door. It's a swing door. And you saw the whole thing happen with a 24. You just had like perfect sight. You happened to be looking that way, and you saw there was an attempted trip. But that Angelo saved it.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to try and sniff the air coming from the kitchen to see if I can get an aroma. How does it smell coming from the kitchen?
I hate that you're asking me, who I am so not a foodie. It smells like savory and salty and sweet.
My favorite
All the
That
sauce.
flavor. Savory, salty, and
sounds
sweet.
fantastic.
Oh. And I just keep drinking. I'm gonna order another drink and guzzle some more. I'm just gonna keep pounding them back because I'm having a
Awesome.
good time. I'm
Roll
a
a con
paladin
save.
again.
Roll a
I
con
wanna go
save.
gambling later too.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Maybe this
I
time.
Well,
I approached Chef Gary very subtly behind him while
You're
he's,
trying to sneak
like-
into the kitchen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, roll a stealth.
And I make a pizza the pie and I make a rigatoni. Oh, hello.
and does she
Angelo
get
just
into the
yawned.
kitchen? Does she get in?
I don't know, it's really hard to say. I should roll for you. I keep forgetting. It's doing it again.
Five.
Doesn't it work better in another browser? Ooh,
Yeah, I should have changed the browser.
that is a 1.
What? Was it a 1? Oh, I did get a 1.
It's up to you if you want to keep it. If you do want to keep it, roll
Wow.
again. Or let me roll to see how bad it is. Alright. Let's see.
Oh, do I have a reroll?
I don't see a reroll. Oh, wait,
No?
yes, you do. Well, you have a D8 inspiration from a month ago. And you have, nothing else.
Hey everybody, look who this is.
Tom Tom!
Oh, Tom.
Nuki.
Look at those manly cheeks.
Okay, you know what? Since I rolled a
Oh, it takes off the Greyhide.
1, I'll just
Yeah.
own it, and I'll just like burst into the kitchen, and I was like, if you ever attempt anything on Angelo, you'll have to answer to me. And
What
I
are
just
you
walked
doing
in.
in the kitchen? Durnan says, but you make your point across anyways. Roll an
Good
intimidation.
night,
Or let me
Master.
roll it for you.
Yes, please.
You rolled a 14 on the die, plus whatever your intimidation is.
My intimidation is a +4, so that would be 18.
18.
I'm
You
not
seem to get your point across. He says, "Don't intimidate me," and his accent breaks down slightly, and you can tell it actually worked.
I go back to
Yes.
Angelo playing music.
Also,
Hey,
Angelo
Ingvar,
wow
aren't you
shaped
music
into a
player?
danger cat.
Oh,
Eventually,
Wild shape.
yes,
That makes
I am
sense.
classically trained in the drums and the horns by my people, but I mean, I need a stage to perform the dance.
do you
But yes,
dance?
Start
I can-
performing Angelo's dance.
Oh, is there a stage here?
Life
Not
is
really.
stage.
There's
I'm
right
like-
now there's a big open area because they moved all the tables together.
Okay, so I am gonna go put on a performance of the dance.
And then we
of
got a
Undermountain.
reroll too, by the way. So that's cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. So what are you doing? Sorry, you're gonna go to the open area.
The dance of Undermountain.
Oh no.
As I begin the opening steps of my performance.
We only allow LARPing here. But oh, you're having the bug too, or it takes forever to come through. Oh no, you don't. 25. Wow. You see this hefty
Wow.
dwarf who's still in his armor start doing these twirls and different dances, and you're like, that body's not made for that, and yet it's happening as he dances around the room. Eventually,
Well, this is.
Go ahead.
Well, while all this is happening, is Felric still around? Oh, has Felric left?
roll perception.
Or is Felric... Okay. I guess. Felric
while you're
and I
doing that-
are in a weird place right now. Yes.
The rest, Durnan announces that the chefs have finished their meals. You look around, you don't see Felric. Durnan announces that the chefs have completed their meals, and they start. They bring out all. What did Angelo make?
Angelo made a.
I made a roast goose. Beautiful roast goose with a tarragon gravy and butter, and also, I'm not telling you what's in it, but it's a goose and it's delicious.
Yes, he made that.
Delicious.
And they start sectioning it up into plates. Bonnie's there, and she starts helping put it on plates and stuff, and she spreads them out along the table.
Isn't it going
and
to
all
be
the
judged
judges.
by that famous food critic Thorax Thunderleg or something? Or no?
Yes.
Right, of course.
Because I know in Waterdeep he's a great food critic. It'd be great if he could, decide this.
Everybody reads.
Suddenly, the doors.
Alpha/Fig.
Oh, the doors of the tavern bust open. And you have to insight check the next NPC, of course. You have to insight check the next NPC. The doors of the tavern bust open, and this arrogant-looking man with nothing but a wife beater and a scarf with a penciled-in mustache on himself comes in.
It's a him. He's here. Oh,
I
Yes.
insight check that guy for sure.
Yeah, insight check. Go ahead.
Yes, you should. Ugh.
He's gonna be judging my Angelo. I should
What
have.
was his name? I
How'd you
can't
roll
find it. It was
again?
Thorax Thick Thighs.
Thorax.
Thorax.
Thunderthighs.
Oh,
Thunder
Thorax Thunder Thighs. That's the one.
yes. He busts into the door and he says,
4.
I am here, Thorax Thunder Thighs, as he has a deeper voice for, I think I said it was a gnome, right? And he comes over with his wispy white hair and his scarf, and he says,
Apologies, thick thighs.
give
Thick
me...
thighs.
Oh, it is Thick Thighs. So it's Thorax Thick Thighs, and he's kind of weird for a dwarf. For some reason, he had these like thick thighs, and he has a bit of a hunchback. And he comes and waddles over to the table, and he says, "Give me your meals." And both
here you
meals
go,
are placed.
Thorax. It is an honor for you to have my food. I hope.
Roll a d20 for Angelo. Add Angelo's like expertise in this, so give him like a +8.
All right.
What does my 24 insight tell me about this guy?
Oh yeah, 24. Jesus Christ.
Oof. So 12 plus 8. Angelo has 20.
It was a bad kitchen to work in, but I did the best with what I had. I'm very proud.
Your 24 insight says about Thorax Thick Thighs that he replaced that anxiety he has about his oddly shaped back and thighs, and he was called Thorax by his students growing up. For some reason, you know this from your insight, just looking into his eyes. And he got over it by taking the name and making someone out of it, and he puts his arrogance on everybody else to cover up the fact that deep down he's a scared little guy. He's still Thorax Thick Thighs from school.
And that was the most legendary insight check Alpha has ever made.
Very insightful.
I
yes.
do apologize, good sir. There must have been a mistake in the casting call. I'm not looking for an actual hunchback. The role calls on being disguised as a hunchback. I will have to refuse you. We couldn't fit that many insects.
I just get between you guys and say, this guy's with Gary. He's one of Gary's friends. We don't know him.
Roll a deception and a well, I don't think there's anything for Ingvar to roll there. Maybe an intimidation, but
I mean, he's done his damage.
I'm
got a
just trying to be
7.
polite and like let him down easy. I mean, there's probably another role. You know what? There are other roles within the play that I could arrange. I am certain that.
how
We could
dare you,
find
good sir? I am Thorax Thick Thighs, and no one talks to my esteemed tasteworthiness like that. Tasteworthiness doesn't even make sense. And eventually the meals come out, and they section him up between them, and he takes a taste of the spaghetti and meatballs, and he asked, "Who made this one?" And they point at shirtless Gary.
Yeah.
And he says, "I wouldn't feed this to a rat," and he throws it on the ground, and then he tastes the chicken.
Sorry, don't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
And then he tastes the chicken, and he's like, this isn't bad. Very good. Where is this restaurant that serves this? Do you serve this, Durbane?
Durnan.
Durnham? Why is Durbane still alive? The meal goes down the table, and different people who try it. The general consensus is that the spaghetti and meatballs is actually pretty good, but that the chicken is just higher quality, better tasting, and a more elegant meal in general. Is that how you foodies talk? I don't know.
I apologize, Angelo.
Yes.
You can't really expect these people to understand the differences between things like goose and chicken. That's probably why Gary aimed low as possible.
Nope,
Well,
that's the
the
DM.
goose is from my restaurant
yeah.
called Angelo's in the beautiful, stately Troll Skull Manor.
It was
Yes.
beautiful.
From the Troll Skull Manor. And now we will name them. Wait, well, I guess we won the competition. Is that right? Is that right, Mr. Thunder's Eyes?
Durnan says, "Yes, you won the competition."
We won, so we get to name ourselves.
Ah.
What did we name ourselves again?
The
I believe it was
Tarragon
the.
Legends.
I thought it
The
was
Tarragon
Full Skull
Legends.
Champions, but all right, the Tarragon Legends, sure, yeah.
I
Tarragon
love you
Legends.
all. The Tarragon Legends. Mwah!
And you hear the whole tavern,
us.
"Hey, hey!" as they're all cheering for you. And Angelo.
Hey,
Oh, this feels good.
Thank
People
you, thank
cheering
you.
for us. This is
And your
good.
tavern
I
got
like
a profit boost.
Oh,
Wonderful.
Sorry, Darren.
I approach
You're,
Thick Thighs
Okay.
and I say, I'm a close associate, very close associate to Chef Angelo. We will be expecting your highly regarded review in the Waterdeep Times.
I was about to say Waterdeep Times. Yeah.
I thought it was the Waterdeep Chronicle.
And that one too. We will expect
Oh,
it
okay.
in the
Yeah,
Chronicles as well.
his column
Yes.
is syndicated across
Yes.
both of the great Waterdeep papers. But you know,
Definitely.
the Times are a bit of a left-wing rag. I like to read the Chronicle. It's a little bit more fair and balanced for us common people, you know, just the regular folks, more populist.
He gets the scarf and he throws it over his shoulder and he says, "Yes, of course, but now I must go. I have more things to taste." And he kind of waddles over with his thick thighs and hunchback to the door and leaves.
So long, portly food critic.
Bye, baby.
Maybe even Portland.
Casting opens next
All
week.
right.
We're the Tarragon Legends. Nobody
Alright, we're the
frigs
Tarragon
with
Legends.
the Tarragon. I like the sounds of that. That's who we are.
The Tarragon Legends. No one will know where that name came from.
That's right.
It all
Spice
started.
that Angelo puts in our breakfast sandwiches.
That's a
But
It all
But our
started with
friends-
throwing
We
up a
start
lot of
every
breakfast
day with
sandwiches.
tarragon.
Yes, exactly.
Well, you
mostly
are the
known
spice
to
of
our
life.
friends as shit diggers. But
Oh.
I mean, yeah, this would have been all right, but I'm glad we dodged that.
Yes, he was a Gary. There's no way Gary could beat
You're on mute,
know,
Nick.
Angelo. So that was a bit of a tangent.
You're on mute,
No.
JCK.
Oh, my bad.
Actually, I've still got a lot of bug bites, and they've been itching me, and I think I've got a bit of scorpion venom, so I'm feeling a little run down. You know, feeling great.
Joffrey.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Was that your internal
What-
monologue?
I hope it's another monologue.
It is.
I think for
And
this one, you should have to mention a certain bear.
Oh my god. You know, and it's been a horrible day. Felric doesn't want to change back into a woman, but I couldn't penetrate him, her, them anyway, and I dropped an Alpha's bear. I could have levitated it, you know, have levitation, know how to levitate things, but can never use it, or tried to levitate Durbane, that didn't work out. Tried to levitate the stupid bear, totally
Patty?
forgot that. What? No?
How many,
Hello?
how many times? Just-
I can sometimes lift things up, and it's very new. I forgot that I could do that, and then Paddy
Oh,
was
that's
falling. and I
really
just sort of-
interesting.
I panicked.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So what should we?
I
What? Yeah.
One of your companions is afflicted. We were next to the waters of defliction, and you didn't put your companion in it.
Yeah, we should have.
What?
Yeah.
Felric.
No,
Oh.
he's not afflicted. He's just doing his
Oh,
own
this was
thing.
voluntary.
Yes, it's very complicated, but you know, he's
Oh no, Fitzgerald,
way he
you're
is.
misunderstanding. Voluntary is a very simple subject. It's the most simple subject. It's really, it was voluntary, or it was not voluntary in any shape, form thereof afterwards.
Well, but then you get into things like coercion and brainwashing and threatening,
see.
and you know, and then it's
See.
voluntary. But is it voluntary? But
But
I'm
no.
just trying to
Just to clarify, the answer to that one is no.
right. but he thinks it's a yes. That's it.
Well,
It's a
yeah,
no.
of course, the brainwashing. You mentioned it.
Right.
Yes, of course.
Exactly. Yes.
But you see, the
So it's sort of-
brainwashing, it doesn't tend to be voluntary. I mean,
No.
technically there are exceptions where people would willingly brainwash themselves, I think. If you really want to believe something, you could self-believe yourself into believing it. But this
Like they're
doesn't
not a
sound like
vampire.
this doesn't sound like
Right.
one of those situations.
No.
Are any of you aware of this?
Do you know, we probably shouldn't talk too much about Felric's voluntary, involuntary
What's happening
situation.
with this guy?
It's
Yeah, you hear
Well, he was
there's a
not
crowd
the
around
guy.
you, listening to everything
Oh.
you say.
right. Let's
I think Fitzjeffrey still wants to bone that Felric dude, but I think. That's
well, can and
What's
did what?
that?
No, don't know what you're talking about.
I've been drinking. I'm on my. You know, with the food and the contest,
Not
I'm
the
carried away.
vampire.
Take a drink.
I'm wondering if we should.
Yep.
What's next for the Tarragon explorers? I mean, the Tarragon
Wait.
legends. Are we ready to go after the gold? Is that what we're doing next?
Well, we have. Remember they mentioned that Three Strings might be of help to us, and he's here tonight. Should we talk to him?
Yeah, let's buy him a drink. It's on me. And then maybe later we can go gambling at the casino because I'm feeling lucky again.
Well, can I get you guys to just come here for just a moment and just like huddle in a little bit? And I'm gonna.
What's
All
up?
right.
In the
Okay,
middle
and
of
then
this public space?
Right,
You can go
that's
up
a
to the
great.
second floor and get like a room if you want.
Oh, can we get a room? Guys, can we get a room and just chat
Yeah,
about
we
something just super
can.
quickly?
We could definitely get a room.
We have
Wow.
to.
Okay,
Ooh,
I
you get a room
mean,
here too.
Greyhide, you said it was okay.
What?
You mentioned the idea of a threesome or something, but
A what?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, a 4. Good. I'm out.
well, so
I
this
would
is,
technically be an observer.
Right, you could put it in the song. Greyhide, he can come and put it in the song. It'd be perfect. It'd be a
So just
lascivious
wait
song.
down.
Yes, put it
Just
in the
wait down.
song.
Thank
I
you, Paige.
think Fitz wanted to discuss something first before we got into carnal pleasure. So, what
Right.
was this? We'll find a room and we'll discuss this silly thing finally.
So just to be clear, Felric is not in this room with us.
I
No,
rolled a
you don't
2
see
on
him.
perception, so I have no clue. No idea where Felric is. And Ingvar, we bring you in because I guess Alpha, let's bring Ingvar. He's proved he's trustworthy, you know?
You know,
Clearly.
he's probably the first companion that. Yeah, he can stay.
Yes! Alright. So we all go into this room and I say, guys, we've had the Stone of Galore for about the last week, and I didn't want to tell you all because some of you were evil, and that's the Rock of Sister Finding, and it told me where your sister is, and it told me that the pool would cure Alpha if she got into it with the wizard, which unfortunately wasn't feasible, and it would probably tell us how to find Everember's gold.
Wow. Well, I had a feeling there was more to the rock than you were letting on, but it's the Stone of Galore.
It's the Stone of
Well-
Galore.
Well, thank you for telling me.
Also, it's a
So not a
massive
dwarven
evil
artifact.
dinosaur. No, probably not. I think what it is a massive evil subterranean water dinosaur trapped in a rock.
And
As far as I
that's
gather.
relevant how?
And it's very charming. It's very charming. Great people skills. Little power hungry. A
Okay.
little bit.
Great people
Little power hungry. Yes.
We have to remember.
So as long as the
we-
dinosaur's in the rock, that all that information is not really helpful. You
Well,
know,
do you
like-
remember me saying that I was going to put something into the pool earlier today?
That was the
well,
stone with the giant evil.
So you wanted to let the dinosaur out.
I would have released the evil.
It's very persuasive.
We came
Very-
to get
Oh,
rid
Fitz.
of an evil. Okay, didn't happen.
Fitz.
No, we came to free Alpha from a red wizard, for which we need gold, which this giant evil dinosaur in a rock can help us with.
Giving
I'm
the
gonna
red
get
wizard what he
all
wants.
judgy on you, Fitz, for dabbling in evil. That's
Oh,
just
you're
wrong.
Really?
We do
Really?
have to.
I
Oh,
just
yes.
looked my nose down at you.
Oh, he gets his paladin powers
Me
back, and
too.
all of a sudden...
I-
Oh,
Judging you
seriously?
hard right now.
There is a
I a little
corpse in
bit
our
of-
backyard that you pushed out a window 6 hours ago.
I
That's
a little
not
bit
true,
agree
that
with
never
Greyhide, I'm
happened.
sorry.
Yes. And
Still
she
there.
didn't murder him. She just found a corpse. The
Yeah, that's right,
murderer
'cause-
was the one who murdered him. She just
That's-
disposed of the corpse in a respectful way. But you
Keep
should
your
be
voices
angry at
down.
whoever murdered that corpse in the first place.
Who was that,
Which is
Greyhide?
still an unsolved crime, I might add.
Right.
I bet the murderer is very handsome.
Oh, wow. He'd have to be to pull off such a dastardly thing without getting
Yes.
caught, you know. He'd have to be dashing.
Yes, an unarmed old man would have been very difficult to kill, wouldn't he?
Right?
Well, I think so.
So,
Those are
So
usually
hard.
wizards or monks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's smart.
well,
So
Okay.
there is one thing that we should talk about. We are currently
Sure.
contracted by many conflicting people who don't like each other, to whom we've agreed to give the stone to.
Well, we
we
give
shouldn't
it to
give
the
it to
highest
any of them.
bidder, I say, and then let the other ones, you know. That's what I say. We are not the highest bidder. We decide which contract we honor, and if there's conflicts, well, you know, we'll deal
I mean,
with
here's the
that
thing.
later.
I kind of want to help Jalaxel do something. I don't know. I feel like He's hit the wrong
He
way,
seems like
but
the least trustworthy of all the people we could be
And I want to
contacting.
help the Castle Lanterns. They made me a very
No, you-
generous offer.
Castle
you do
lantern.
not want to help the orphan eaters.
Oh, that's right.
They
I
eat
forgot all
orphans with
the
devils.
orphan murder stuff there. No, not them. Even though they gave us a really good cut, they were going to give us 50%. But
Oh my
no,
god.
we can't
I mean,
do
we could,
business with
if-
those guys.
If you're in it for the greed, we could just keep it. Build us up. We could find it and keep it.
Say
Except
that
one
again.
thing. I said if you're in it for the greed, we could just find the gold and keep it for ourselves. Except for one
We
small
could just
problem,
keep it.
which is that if we don't give it to the Red Wizard, Alpha will die. So there is that.
Oh.
She will
Oh,
die.
yeah, the Red Wizard. Hey, I just got a great
Right.
idea.
Wait,
Why
we
don't
don't
we
want to give
kill
it to
the Red Wizard?
Well, I think that's a great idea. Just kill the Red Wizard. How hard
You're
can
We're
that
gonna kill
be?
the
the
Red
Red
Wizard,
Wizards
and
of
then we can
Thay?
keep all the money. Oh,
Yes. Those ones.
Oh,
Igbar,
yes.
do you know?
yes.
Do you know anything about them?
Go ahead and roll a. I'm sure Mahar knows about them. Go ahead and roll a knowledge to see how much
Would it be
Igbar knows
history?
about history. Yeah. I'm still stuck in Pathfinder sometimes.
So you see,
Oh.
traditionally the Red Wizards split their
Oh, yeah.
studies amongst the 8 magical schools, and each wizard has a specialty. That specialty always involves mass slavery. They suppress all of their people and make them believe in the god of suffering and endurance to ensure that they're completely comfortable with their slavery. Historically, they're trying to enslave the entire Rashemi people, elementalists who live in harmony with nature. They do everything they can to bombard them with magical atrocities and the undead and whatnot, and, enslave all of them. But
You'd even know
thankfully,
also that the current ruler of Thay is actually an undead lich, who specializes in necromancy, and he has a whole basic. It's not really slave army because they're all undead, but he has an army of undead that keeps him in power, and that there are some red wizards that are not happy about him, and they tend to leave Thay. Sometimes.
See, the
And
key
they don't
note
like the
here
rulership.
is that they're not content with an undead ruler. They accept it. It's a thing. It's part of their society. But they're not wholly content with an abomination directing things.
Well, that's easy
They'd
enough.
like to be
we
the
just have to.
abominations.
We just have to dress up as Red Wizards and go and start some rumors and let them kill each other. And we'll just go in at the end.
Well, if there's another Red Wizard around, that would actually work. Did you know of a second Red Wizard in the vicinity?
Well, there
we
is
know of-
one.
no. Wait,
Okay. Yeah,
is
no.
Angelo a Red Wizard?
He's a white wizard,
Angelo's
a wizard of cookery.
Cooking.
Culinary wizard.
Yes,
right,
that's the word. I was looking
culinary wizard. There is a Red Wizard in Waterdeep. Might be the one we want to kill, because
But
might
not
be
a
the
second
one.
Red Wizard that we could get to kill each other.
I
Only
don't.
one.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Has that been? Has anyone said anything about that? I mean, there is a struggle between the Zentora have this Red Wizard called the Manchu or something. The full
Manchun.
Manchu. Yes, the full Manchu.
You know.
Manchun is a famous Zentarim. He's...
roll a now history again. Keep going.
Manchun the Immortal, Manchun the Unkillable. He's been
Oh, wow.
reported confirmed dead a few times, I believe.
Wow. Unkillable.
He's an
We should kill
incredibly
him!
dangerous spellcaster.
So one
Right.
of those
With a
has
15?
me under.
Go ahead. I was
Just
gonna
one of
say
those-
with a 15, you would also know that he created many clones of himself, and that's why he
That's-
keeps showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even when you think you've killed him, you think you're fighting him, it was just another Manchun.
Just another Manchun. That's depressing.
So maybe just go kill the Red Wizard is not our first plan.
It was just an idea. I didn't know that he was unkillable and stuff, but
Wait, is it Manchun is not a red wizard. The Zentarim are not red wizards. They're two completely separate evil organizations.
Yes.
Oh.
We,
Oh, that's
well,
good. Oh, we'll be fine then.
we work.
Well, I think I speak for the group that our standing plan should be to give the gold to the Red Wizard and save the life of Alpha. Isn't that what we want?
Did you also make a deal with the Zentarim? Please say no.
Well,
Well, I mean, we're sort of on a payroll a little bit, but only for discounts. You know, we don't have anything formal.
That sounds disturbingly unlike a no.
That's technically you agreed to be part of the Zentarum, but you didn't get asked to have anything to do with the gold in any way.
Yes.
We get coupons.
We're also part of the Law Alliance for other discounts, and part of the what's that other one with Jalus or Silver? The Silver Hands. Are we Silver Hands yet? We're part of a. We've got several subscriptions. It's not a big deal. We'll just betray them later. I think.
If we're looking at it from worst case scenarios, the Zentarim are much more unified and organized, so if you anger a Zentarim, you're much more likely to have reprisals from any Zentarim. Whereas if you anger the Red Wizard, you just have to deal with that crazy madman and his abominations.
And
if you kill the Red Wizard, it's...
You would also know, just to make sure it's clear, that the Zentarum are actually at civil war with each other. There is a faction that seems to be following, Felric told you this, that there seems to be a faction following Manchun, the return of Manchun, and there's a faction that still hates, says he's a fake, don't do that, and they're not part of that faction at all.
The disadvantage of faking your own death.
Yeah. He's, the part that doesn't want anything to do with Manchun generally wants to get more economic power. They're trying to get into the politics of the city through having economic power, not through Manchun's way, which is more of brute force type power.
So we just have to get the two sides of the Zentarum to kill each other, and the Red Wizard.
Manchun?
And then he's one of the sides of the Zentarum. And then when everybody's dead, we'll curse the gold and give it to Alpha's Red Wizard, and he'll die.
And there's.
I think I would understand this plan better if it was in song. No, scratch that. I got the plan. I got it.
I don't know that we want to give the Red Wizard the gold because I don't know what he's going to do with it.
Right, except for one problem. You will die, and we'd like you not to. Alpha?
But maybe that's
become... We've become a little bit fond of you, you know? We'd like you to not perish.
Well,
I think we need to... Maybe we need to press on ahead and build some more, build some more alliances and find the alliance that we think we can move forward with, because...
Well, there's Mert that we're unsure of, but Vajas, there was something hush-hush about him in the last meeting, remember? That he was important, but they were kind of keeping it hush. So we don't really know what's going on with Mert.
Do you know what would totally get Mert to open up with us? Is if we brought him with us to finally take down the orphan, devil-eating Castellantons.
Oh, didn't we kill them yet?
No, we just figured out... No, we haven't killed them. We should go kill them.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how. I mean, they're very powerful.
I think I feel a lot more powerful now that I'm a paladin again. I kind of feel like kicking ass.
Saving orphans.
Saving orphans?
I think that would be helpful, yes.
But
then
a
we
lot
don't
of
have to worry
devils
about...
in one basement.
That's a good idea. Maybe we need to revisit the castle lanterns and put that to rest.
Do you know what we need to do? We need to get them away from their little house full of devils. We need to have Greyhide, who they don't realize... if you hide your gauntlets, they might think you're still evil and still, remember how they thought you were totally with them? Maybe we can you can invite them to the opera, and then we can kill them at the opera.
Or why don't we put on a theatrical production ourselves and put it on a Troll Skull Manor? No, actually, no. It's probably easier just to do it at the opera.
I don't know if they would come to that.
Not the vampire.
Take a drink.
What are we? And Vajra, I guess, can we trust her? I think so.
What
Maybe we
group
just
does
give it to
Vajra
Vajra.
represent?
Vajra's the city mage. She heads up the Black Tower. She's really overworked and a little bit stressful, but quite cute underneath that.
The Grey Hand.
Yes, the
At this
grey
time?
hands.
You hear on the door that you're at.
Yes.
Thank God.
Yes.
The door opens.
Right.
'Cause I have the sound effect. And you see Yagra there at the door looking in.
Yagra.
Can I
hello,
talk to
yeah.
you all?
Is this another member of your party?
No.
They're members of our party.
Yagra,
Technically,
come on in. Come
Yagra
in
comes
and
in.
chat.
She looks a little uncomfortable. Says, I'm not used to this.
I saunter over and I stroke her bicep and I say, Yager, it's been a while. How have you been? Does that make her more comfortable or less comfortable?
I don't know. It depends on your persuasion. But Davil, she says, Davil was arrested.
It's
Oh.
Joffrey.
And yes, you gotta seduce the next NPC.
That works out nicely.
Davil?
15.
Yeah. It does make her a little more comfortable.
Oh,
And
good.
and she says,
Davil, do you remember?
I hope you're working on your strength. But
Oh,
Davil's was arrested, but that's okay. He gets arrested sometimes.
right. What was he arrested for?
I
how-
don't really know.
How did they catch him?
Well, he stays
Davil,
at the tavern.
Right. Fair enough.
What?
I'm gonna lean to Ingvar and say, Davil's this really, really fancy, bardish, roguish, elven, hot tomboy. Male. Man. Elf. Man.
Male tomboy. That's interesting.
We hear him, right?
Yeah. Yagra says, but that doesn't matter. I was asked by the Doom Raiders. There's this halfling family, the Snow Beetles. They're offering 500 gold.
What?
Each?
Oh no. Okay.
500 gold total?
Let me just let me just bring up this real quick because I'm gonna not get this name right.
Lemon pet pie?
Lemmy Winks
Long Pig.
Lemon Winks long pig.
The Snow Beetles. They have a family member named Lemmywix Longpig. Anyways, he's gone missing, and they're willing to pay someone 500 gold to go and figure out what happened to him.
Howdy, Red Baron.
There are 5 of us. 100 each for an afternoon? What do you think? Hello, Red Baron. Yes, they might.
500 each?
No, I think that's just
No,
500
he said
total.
100 each.
I think it's... Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, Yager, is that 500
Paid up front?
total or 5...
No, after we complete the task.
Nope,
It's-
not doing it.
500. Well, they've paid us half of it already,
Oh.
but I could
Huh.
give you 200 right now.
Well, that sounds
200
reasonable.
of the 500 up front. Okay. Well, I'm in. I want adventure.
I'll take my 100.
The whole thing. Roll persuasion.
Uh,
Oh, I forgot. I should have rolled it for you.
oh yeah, I didn't already rolled it.
I mean,
Not that I want to interject into your business arrangement, but you mentioned you took your half. Does that mean they're paying 1,000 and you took 500 up front?
That's Zentarum business.
20.
Apologies, I did not realize who you were. Simply a chronicler. Ignore me. I don't exist. We never spoke.
Persuasion.
20.
Yes. I'll give you all 300 of it now, if you follow through, and another 300 of the reward afterward.
Well, I'd say
Fine,
that's
I'll just take
pretty
my
decent.
part right all up front because I'm really tired of not getting paid.
Oh my god.
I'll give.
All right.
Fine with me. The true gold is adventure.
So hang on.
So I
paid
pocket-
when
Since nobody's
my
putting up
party-
any objection, I'm just pocketing my whole part right now.
Which is
So you pocket
100?
you.
Well,
Uh,
he said 600, so that would be 125 each, right?
Yeah.
For the end, so I'm putting
yeah.
125 in my bank right now.
All right, and the rest of us get what is that? 300 minus 125, 275 divided by 4. What are we doing?
Put it in a pile. I'll take my 100 once the
50 each.
adventure's done. I'm not doing math. Math is not for paladins.
All right. Well, you know, Fitz good with money. I'll just throw it in and dole it out later. All right. Well, let's go find this. What's his name? Lemonwig Longpig.
Lemmywinks Longpig.
Lemmywinks.
Wait, so, wait, why do we care about him? Sorry?
Because
Because
he's
he just
missing and
paid
people
us.
are paying a great deal of money to find out
Just
why.
have to figure out where he went. They can't find him.
So what do we know about him?
Well, we are very good at that.
He belongs to the Snow Beetles, who's a well-known halfling family in the South Ward.
Hmm.
You know,
did they give you any
sometimes I hate to say it, they fall to a gang called the Shard Shunners. I bet that little brat went there.
The Shard Shunters?
Ah.
Shard?
Shard,
Shard
not Shard
Shunters.
Shunters. Shard Shunters.
Shard.
Right.
Okay.
Shunters.
No
So they're not
sharding.
But you suddenly get something kind of flashes in your mind, Greyhide. You see a little light bulb, and you remember there was a gang of halflings tormenting a bar up in the field ward that you were originally tasked with dealing with. It's the other place
Oh,
you've
I
heard
forgot
the name
about that
Shard
one.
Shunners.
Oh, yes. I do recall hearing about this. I was tasked with this a while back, but we never got to it from my paladins group. Yes, I think we better take a look at this because, well, we are the Tarragon Legends, and we want, profit is our game, adventure is our something. We have to work on a catchphrase.
Yes,
Next.
we'll work on that.
We just got the name. It's okay.
Yeah, we got the name. It's a brand,
Tarragon.
right? And we can work on that other part later.
Well, what's
I-
tarragon like? We're spicy and savory. Could we say that?
And
We're the
salty and
Tarragon
sweet.
Adventurers.
Yeah.
And
Tarragon
salty
tastes
and
like
sweet.
licorice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
that's right.
ah,
Yeah, that is right.
I
I
hate
do love.
licorice.
I love. You mean black licorice? Because I love black licorice. A lot of people.
I'm
can't
really
stand it.
regretting our name choice now.
Yeah. I'm really
All
happy
right.
with it. I'm happy with it.
Well, Yagra, you leave it to us, and maybe later you can give me that strength test. And I roll
Is
one more
there any-
persuasion.
Go for it.
Is there anyone we should inquire with specifically on behalf of the halflings to find out about this long pig's schedule, objective, trajectory, where they would have gone missing specifically?
Yaga would tell you where the snoo. God, what are they called?
Snowbeals?
Shard Shunters?
Yes,
Snowbeetles.
snoo beetles live, and says you can go talk to them. Obviously, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about where they could have gone. With a 21, Yaga says, "Well, how about we try it right now?" And she sits down at the table and puts her arm up.
Oh, that was a euphemism for, that was a sure, All right, sure. I meant, sex, but we can have an arm wrestle.
We'll see if you deserve it.
Oh, all right. I sit down and put my arm on hers.
Do an athletics check, but with disadvantage because you're still sick for some reason.
I am
Yeah, that's
gonna
fine.
provide
Coughing.
music as a background and sneak in an inspiration for Fitz.
Okay.
Ooh, good, because that Fitz is not feeling well and he's got a 7.
Inspiration. Your inspiration right now is a D8, or is it a? Yeah, it's D8, right?
Yeah.
Do I
So go ahead and
roll
roll
one
a
of those?
D8, and you can add it to your athletics.
All right.
Taking out a little drum and
It's
Yeah,
an okay
really-
beat.
Pumping me up. Okay, so
6.
we've got a 13 total with Igvar's.
Yeah, you're going for a bit. It actually is a struggle. It seems close, and you're going back and forth, but eventually you have suddenly a coughing fit, and you can't hold anymore. Tsugunk, your hand gets crushed onto the table.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that's good.
Are you okay? This has been going on for a while.
I mean, my hand hurts, but otherwise I'm fine. Yes, why?
I don't know. There's been. Yeah, that.
Oh, sorry, Yagra. I'm a little under the weather lately. You know.
Give the
Except
DM a
for
reroll.
Was that
It's not-
Wakimana?
It's not enough. We want Fit absolutely humiliated, do we?
Of course.
Yeah. So instead of just beating you, your hand, you hear a crack under the tag as the whole table kind of cracks and crumbles slightly under the slamming of your hand against it.
Oops.
Ooh, wow. Okay. Well,
You're
Yagra.
not ready yet.
Oh, apparently
You
not.
might not
If-
survive.
Ow.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just gonna go nurse my hand, which do I have to roll to
Yeah.
see if it's broken or
no, it's not broken. It just is in
Okay.
pain.
all right, good. Well,
But with that, Yagra leaves.
I mean, thanks for trying,
So-
Ivar. I really appreciate that.
the Zentrum. That was Zentrum. Hmm.
That was- Yes.
Yeah.
Friendly.
Not my.
So this isn't just a job. You're employees.
Well, we're more like consultants that they just know to call on when they need things.
Wasn't my idea.
Was this because of members of your party were of questionable morals for a period?
No, that's not a. That was actually before Greyhide did his whole questionable morals thing.
Oh,
I
see.
Speaking of which, Greyhide seemed to really perk up when you heard the name of that gang. What is that? Do you have some inside information on this? On this long pig fellow and the shard shunters?
I remember being assigned to a couple of quests when I first became a member of the Order of the Gauntlet, and that was one of them. And I kind of let it slip my mind, but now it jogged my memory. That's the best. Was there anything else that I'll ask the DM. What else would I possibly remember from that? Because me, Mark Brombacher can't remember anything. But
Yeah.
maybe Greyhide would.
Yeah, probably. It's been months for us, but only a couple of weeks for Greyhide. So there is. I have notes.
Good.
But yeah, if I remember right, basically they said there's a tavern in the the name of the ward, the North Ward, whatever it's called.
The Tavern in the North Ward, yeah.
Farm War.
Field Ward, sorry. The tavern in the Field Ward that basically has been intimidated and beaten by these halfling gang members that are just
yes.
messing with the tavern keeper.
We could probably take them.
I mean, they're
So,
saying
I say let's go.
Yes, let's go. Let's off to the
Who knows,
north.
man?
Do we get the name of the tavern?
Yes. Any other questions?
Okay, let's go.
Let's
Did no
go.
one want to
The
talk
prancing
to the
pony.
halflings?
It's called Inshift Tavern, located in the Field Ward.
Yeah,
It seems to actually be they're getting robbed as well.
I mean,
Well,
Are
I mean,
we-
we've drank enough here. We can go and drink some there, and then murder some halflings.
Speaking of
Sorry.
which, have Greyhide roll a con save. See how well he's taking these drinks.
Oh no.
Do. He's celebrating, but I think he's got
He
good
is.
constitution. He's ooh.
I understood from the Zentrin that these shard shunters are potentially responsible for the missing halfling, but shouldn't we go ask the halflings?
Well, I mean, we could.
Nah.
Or we could just, go hit a bunch of them. And then maybe one of them's the kid, That sounds good.
But what if you hit the wrong person?
I mean,
Oh,
he's
Red
got a great-
Baron missed the whole dinner scene. It was very elaborate.
Wow.
Alpha/Fig.
Talk about Angelo from Red
Angelo.
Baron.
How long will we be gone if we go on this quest? Though I've been already
Also-
away from Angelo for so long.
Greyhide's feeling quite beyond tipsy.
Fig,
Nice.
he's downstairs. You've been away from him for the duration of this conversation.
That's true. That's not
You
very
know,
long.
it feels like forever.
I know how you feel.
Oh,
His sandwiches are delicious.
it's the terrifying.
So,
I
It's
sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
I
what
was gonna
time
ask
is
what you're gonna do.
what time is it about?
At this point, it's quite a lot of time has gone by. It's probably around 9 after the whole cook-off, as well as going through the Undermountain.
I mean, it's a little late for a drink. It's a little late to go talk to the halfling family. Why don't we just go for a drink in the north? We'll see what happens.
I don't know. I think the suggestion maybe of talking to the family might give us some insight on why he was taken in the first place.
Sure, but then we'd have to wait for tomorrow. Greyhide's drunk. We should know.
Yes.
Uh,
I say headlong into debauchery. And then if
We
there's a
also-
halfling, we'll kill the halflings. And then
but we
we'll
also
collect
didn't
our
get
loot.
our long rest after our fight in the Undermountain.
Oh, yes, I'm
I
still
have
bleeding
all
from
of my
several
spell
small
slots.
scorpion
I've not
boils.
used any of my paladin spells. The only thing I don't have is lucky. So I mean,
And one Divine Sin.
oh yeah.
What, Alpha was going to walk outside, sort of absentmindedly, and see if she can spot that raven. It's been on her
I
mind.
forgot it actually followed you down there. Oops.
Yeah.
It followed you back up.
Okay.
And
So
once it saw the crowd, it just right out the door, as quick as it can.
So when she goes outside the cavern, it's not there. She doesn't see it.
You can roll a perception check. Let me roll it.
Yeah.
17 on the die, which with your bonus, yeah, you do spot it across the way. It's just kind of looking at you, turns its head.
I try to call it over.
Okay. Roll animal handling. What's everybody else doing during this? Are you following outside as well, like you're leaving, or?
Have we had one short rest since that encounter?
No.
I would say this whole experience in the tavern would have given you a short rest if you want to take one.
Vampire.
You need to turn that one down. That is a shot for.
Oh, good. What do
Cheers, my dears.
You're
14?
Right.
able to, after some time, get it to fly over to you. It kind of goes onto the frame of a window above the Yawning Portal, the entrance to Yawning Portal.
And I reach into my pack again, and I take out the acorn,
Okay.
and I kind of tell it that I have something that might help you. I'm not sure.
Okay. Roll one more animal handling. See if you can get it to allow you to touch you. Are you going to do a lesser restoration, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, I should have rolled it myself.
I know. I don't know why.
What's everybody else doing? Are you all heading out of the tavern to leave?
Yeah.
Outside.
Okay.
I'm heading out, yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, a short rest gives me how much healing, because otherwise I'm not doing very well right now.
Okay, so you can, in the D&D Beyond, you can click short, you can go to your rest section and do a short rest. It should
Not
be like
doing
there's
it,
There's
Maybe
a
I'll
little
try it again.
button that's parallel to your character's name at the top of the sheet. It says short rest.
No, I see it and I'm pushing it. It's just not resetting. Maybe I just need to
no.
refresh. My
When you
internet has been
click
terrible.
it, on the right, short rest pops up, giving you options, including the HD you want to use, what you're
You don't
going to
see that?
recover. That shows up on the
Okay.
right.
Perfect. We'll try that.
Yeah, so when
Thank
you do that, you'll see you have a hit die, and so it'll tell
Yes.
you what you can roll. So for you, it's 1d8 plus 2, and for every hit die you spend, you can roll a d8 and add 2 to it and give yourself that much hit points back.
But I have a total of 4 that I can use?
Yep, but keep in mind, you only get half of those back every long rest. So if you use all 4, it's going to take you 2 long rests before you get all 4 back.
Right. I shall use 2. Very good. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
I got 24.
Nice. 24. Oh no. People like to name NPCs today.
I think we missed one of the NPC names. There was one.
Oh,
after,
Wank the Tank.
That's
And
it,
then
yes.
there's
What?
Lurky the Awkward. Oh my god.
That's my
Can we just
childhood.
name them all halflings and then murder the halflings? Those are halfling names. We're gonna kill them all. We have to.
I swear, lethal. Yeah, you go up and you touch the bird. It expends 1 charge of the charm.
Wizard wins.
Thank you
Now
for following. Yeah, wizard swims.
Oh, hello, wizard.
Ooh, wizard.
You touch
Thank you,
the
wizard.
you touch the bird with and cast lesser restoration on it. A strange thing happens. You almost feel like a buzzing in your hand. You can feel it between the charm and where you're touching the bird, and it feels like when you like your hair is standing on end as you're doing it. You can feel your hand kind of shaking
Like
until finally you
static
hear like a kinda, and then you finally hear like a pop, like as your hand kind of pulls back from it. But the bird doesn't seem unchanged.
Huh.
Fitz, what kind of magic is that bird?
Oh, that's a good question. I cast detect magic, focusing very closely on the bird.
Wait, you guys are not even. Are you guys outside? I thought I went.
Yeah,
oh,
they all
you
walked
guys
outside while
went
you're doing this.
out?
Oh,
Okay.
we're just sort of hanging out a few feet behind you, talking about you.
They
I
walked out at
cast
the very
speak
end.
to animals
Okay.
to know if this did this help.
I don't know what you did. No? Maybe?
Fitz, you detect magic, and it looks like it's magic indeed, with transmutation.
Transmutation. I whisper that
fact-
to Ingvar. It's got. Oh,
This is interesting. You notice it has the exact same feel to it, the exact same coloration, the exact same sense that you got from Felric.
We really need to go back to that pool.
I missed the last part of it.
The bird's
When you
like
looked at
Felric.
Felric with your detect magic, it looked exactly like that.
Oh wow. I think that bird was transmutated by a wizard. A red wizard. I guess that
Was it
makes
with
sense
me?
because it was captive with Alpha. What's that?
So so the bird tells me that it didn't feel anything?
It didn't seem to notice anything. It says, feel refreshed.
Oh,
It would take very powerful
Nice.
magics to break a permanent enchantment like this.
well, I'm not too sure what's going on. This bird's just been
Right.
following me, and I'm just trying to figure it out right now. So,
Ah,
yeah.
it's a shame we did not consider this when we were back at the pool.
It didn't come into
I mean,
the pool.
we could have dipped it
never
in the
entered that room.
pool. Hmm.
No, it didn't go
So,
past where,
next time-
you know that room
Next
where we
time
were
we're not
stuck in?
busy.
No,
You
it
do
didn't.
have other drow powers.
Right.
Okay.
Other
well,
drow what?
Powers.
powers. I mean, not that Fig knows of. So,
No,
I did what I could. Okay.
But
I
think
just
Fitz
tell.
froze.
I'll try.
Yeah,
I'll try something else another time.
Okey-dokey.
And I guess I have one charge left, so I put it back in my bag. And
Okey-dokey. Yep, he's gone.
remember to tie it extra tight, considering that.
Oh, yes. Yes. Always a double knot. Always a
So
double
you
knot.
are heading to the field ward or the south ward. It is pretty late to drop in on a family at this point, but you could try. You could also just go sneak on them.
So, did we
Well,
miss?
they're looking
I
for a
froze,
missing-
and
Oh, so did you want to do anything
Right.
else with the bird?
No, I said for now.
you know,
I mean,
I do
unless
actu-
Fitz wanted to do something, I don't know. So Fitz, basically before you froze, I just said,
Jeanette?
this is all I can do right now. I'll try and something another time.
do you know, Alpha? Fel showed me this thing that's supposed to like get rid of magic. So I don't know. I mean, I've actually never tried it. But if you want, I can just point it at the bird and see what happens.
Well,
What do you think?
he might.
I mean,
Okay.
can't go worse than trying to levitate a bear, right?
Right.
Uh,
I asked the bird if it'll come and let us try to help it.
With a 24, you've rolled 2 amazing animal handlings. Yeah, it'll.
This won't
Gotcha.
hurt it, right?
Right. No,
Wait,
I'm
wait.
fairly certain it won't, unless it's only being kept alive by magic. I mean, I've never tried this, but should be fine. I hold my hand up and I say, "Dispellus magicus," and nothing happens. But then I try
Roll.
to summon the dark elven blood in my veins, and I use the
Yes.
same detect magic, but then I pretend I'm just pulling it away, pulling the magic away.
Okay.
What should I roll?
Roll. First of all, usually you don't have to roll. You cast it, and suddenly you can. The light around the bird seems to start almost like you're pulling the light away. It starts to darken, and you see it darkening around your hand, Fitz, as you put your hand out. Suddenly your other hand is there, holding your hand out, and you can feel it shaking. As you can see the bird starts to shake as well. And you hear the bird start squawking.
Uh-oh.
Roll a charisma check.
Holy shit. Did not think
This
this would
is
be...
not expected, by the way. You did not expect detect magic. I mean, dispel magic to work like this.
Is he saying something that I
Nope.
understand?
We've got 15.
You hear
Is
the
it casting
bird.
animals?
You can actually speak to it, and it's not actually saying anything. It's just going ah.
Are you
As
okay?
With a 15, you gonna leave it at that, or are you gonna do anything with that?
Do I have anything?
Let me see.
Oh, someone gave me an inspiration a while ago, didn't they? Didn't
Yep.
they?
I think so.
Yes.
I'm looking for it. Yep.
Oh, thank
Is
God.
this hurting my bird?
So
My
it
bird-
starts to be too much, and I start going down, and then...
Locked in the cellar. Gave you 2 hours ago.
Are you okay?
And then I remember my makeup people from Snowblind, and I think of how beautiful they were. And suddenly 3 more things come to my dice. And what do I have to do now?
That's seduce the next NPC. So, with an 18, your hand is shaking. It gets darker, and the bird, but it seems that it's all happens in a moment. As suddenly you hear a giant, it's almost like an explosion goes off. As there, this cloud of blackness, of fog, of everything, it just obscures your view of the bird. It billows out from it.
Holy
Finally,
shit.
you stop, Fitz, with that explosion sounding. You stop. You're winded. And the
That's not how
fog...
Dispel Magic's supposed to work.
No. The fog kind of dissipates. It starts to dissipate. You see on the ground an emaciated man with silver hair, with white
Holy
eyes.
shit.
You recognize him. He's dirty. It's hard because it looks like he hasn't eaten in days. But it's Fig's father.
Whoa.
He seems to be knocked out. Not saying anything.
Anybody, Greyhide, can you still do that hand job of healing?
I can. I'll do lay on hands on this. I don't know who it is. It's just a man's like, it's a man. It's like
it looks like Fig,
fine.
but male and old.
okay.
Fig, is
Well, I'll
that-
just.
I emotionally shift into Fig. Father?
Holy shit.
This is the first time Igvar's also seen Fig
I'm
as a
going
shapeshifter.
to heal this man and see if I can revive him. Okay, Fig. And I'll do the healing on him. I'll do lay on hands.
Go ahead.
I'll
And
do,
you don't have to roll.
Um,
It just heals him, and you can see the emaciation is still there, but it seems to be healthier and hardier to some degree. But he's still knocked out. But you see him kind of moving slightly on the ground, and eventually his eyes do open.
I would assist a little bit with healing word. Just heal him a little bit more because he's doing.
Yeah.
As I take note of what's happening.
And I think we're gonna end it there for next time because it's 10 p.m.
Wow.
So, thank you everybody for turning in. That did not go as I expected it would.
No, me neither.
But that's fine.
Was it the cook-off? Was it the cook-off that
Yes,
threw
it was
things in?
totally the cook-off.
Oh, man.
Anyways,
Well, you know, they were laying down some smack about Troll Skull Manor and our chef, and they're saying, like, who's Angelo? And I'm like, I'll tell you who friggin' Angelo is. But, yeah, I guess lots happened since then.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
And we will remember to follow, subscribe wherever you're watching this. It helps us out a lot, and we will see you next time.
Next time on Out of the Roll.
On the roll.